All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I am back again. I see that my signal was lost, and I am so sorry for all that wonderful chat that we had that went away. But you just have to go back to my last live feed if you want to read over it. If this information was there you could use. Here we go again. Back to the countdown to liftoff. And it's appropriate. There we go. Hey, folks, there we are. We're sitting here. We've got our screen up, and I'm trying to determine if I got this all set up right now. Again, got lost a connection here for a little bit, and that was sort of to be expected. But hey, guess what? It's time for me to get back on this screen and say hi to you guys again. Welcome back to the show. Had to take a little break. It was a good time of the day to have a little pause anyway. It was lunchtime, right? We had to nibble on something down here. So now let's get back over to King Cat Tyler. All right, everyone. Well, yeah, I did get disconnected there for a little bit, but I want to thank you all for being here if you're coming back. Don't really know what happened. I don't know what's been happening with my stream. Once in a while, it just goes wacky out here, and they lose signal, and I get lost. But we've been pretty good for the last week. Haven't had any. And I want to just thank you all for being here, whoever shows back up. I'm going to wait until everybody gets logged back in and gets a notification that I'm back up and running. And I want to apologize for that uh, interruption. And I also want to tell you that I have been communicating with some of the other folks. I mean, everybody here means a lot to me. And some of you, it would be neat if you have a channel on YouTube. And I just kind of figured this out last night because I discovered a channel of one of my followers. I just decided to see if I could find him because of his name on here was Mopar for Life. And so I just did a search because I wanted to see if I could get in on his channel and subscribe back and return him the favor and send him some gifts. So anyway, turns out that I did in fact find him. And we've been having a good time talking back and forth. And I also decided I wanted to see who my biggest fund donator so far. And you guys, this guy is now a Goliath in the catfish community. And that is Troy Boy Playboy. And it was at the top of my feed. So I'm going to put it back up here again. And I'm going to put it at the top because it needs to be there. Troy Boy Playboy King is undisputed. And I know I'm typing here and again and shaking this. I'm going to try and figure out a way to stop that from happening. King Cat of the Day. All right. And I'm going to let you know here, his mind-blowing it was. Because last night, I almost didn't believe it. I was like, this has to be a mistake, right? I even wrote him and said, was this a mistake, right? His mind-blowing donation, or I'm going to say contribution, because he's just and putting this all in a big, big jar, folks. Contribution. Cast him to the top. Of the bottom, by the way. Right? Cheers to him. Oh, mighty Cat King. There we go. And then we're going to crown that, right? We got to put that in there. Boom. We got to come down here and click on this. We're going to put in crown. We're just having some fun here for a minute while I take care of those who take care of me. There are more important things sometimes, and this is one of them. So there it is. Troy Boy Playboy is undisputed King Cat of the Day. His mind-blowing contribution casts him to the top of the bottom. All right, there you go. And let me just say that. And then there you go. Nice. Cheers to him. Oh, mighty. Oh, it's Mike King Cat. I skipped the Y off the end. Mighty, and I can't even edit it. Why don't they let you edit these things? That's so stinking bad. All right. And I guess I could copy it. Yeah, they let me copy. Yay, copy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on a second, folks. We got to get this up here correctly. We can't make any mistakes because it's that important to me. All right, so here we go. Now it's coming back in. Bang. And then I can put, oh, mighty. There you go. King Cat. All right. And there we go. Boom. So I'm going to pin this message too. This is definitely the one to be pinned. Pin message to the tippy top. There it is. And I want to thank him very, very much for his contribution. And now we're going to get back to the show. Now I got to make sure I have this set up right. We're going to take this, my image, and we're going to make it smaller. Don't need it that big. And we've got that typed in. Now we're going to go back to display image, and we're going to put it on the top. We'll see the rocket ship later. All right, and there you go. And now we are totally ready to rumble. Looks like we have several people that have found their way back in, and we can now get this thing rolling and get you onto this screen right now. Boom, here we go. Poof. All right, and now what number do I always say is a good number for you to sell a stock or get in or out? I have on a sheet here numbers of all the numbers I've told you or indicated to you that you should be buying and selling. And one of them is right here. Sell at 9:30. Okay. Now that's when the price is going up. When the price is dropping, where should you be buying? Cha-ching. All right. I hope that makes sense to you. There you go. It's just one of those numbers that I have down, folks, that I've seen around a long time, and I know it's a good place. So I'm just telling you that this is now where I'm going to come in. And I even told you it will 7:31 before. I said you could put your orders in there. Did I not, everybody? So yeah, I definitely will buy some here. And we're going to add to position. And we're going to keep piling in here. Because, folks, I want to show you something here right now, right here and now, okay? Be aware of this. Forget about the May Chiavrini price when you could have got in there. Forget about this price when you could have bought in there on that was the Chiavrini day. This was just pure out manipulation from the 654 high on the day of earnings. That was right there, okay? So this was just, I've shown you all the volume that was used to take it down. You could have got in there. You could have bought in there when they dropped it back from 538 to 512. All right. And, but guess what happened? You could have even got the very low with Mr. Noto. But that doesn't matter now because I want to show you why you should have no concern about the price being manipulated this afternoon. And that is going all the way up here to just before the last earnings call, right? Here, July 31st. I went too far. All right, so I'm just going to lead into this with a little preview for you. We had a nice run going here, and it reached a cap. And look at that number I tell you to sell at, and that number I tell you to sell at, right? But we had reached a cap, and this number I tell you to sell, and that one too. All right, there you go. So this is the number 1023 that we had run up to from the massive drop all the way down and down to the 445. So we ran up to 1023. And this is just to give you a preview. Happened to be up and down, down, down. They ran it, and they kept running it down, all right? And they got it on this day, Morgan Stanley Day, to get to that. I've already explained that they had a bunch of shares, and they still downgraded us. Then when it hit this high, there was no reason for it to hit that and stop. But there's another one I tell you, definitely sell at 1012, a whole bunch of shares, right? And 1112 and 1212 and 1312 and 1412 as it goes up. All right, but here's the key. Now we're 4 days away from earnings. Last month, there was earnings, was it not? Let's go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Price opened at $9.40, and how much did it go up? 38 cents. All right. How is that relevant to right now? All right, let's take a look and see. Well, we only went up 17 cents. Okay. So half the strength on fourth day before. All right. But hold on. Go back here to July again. What happened? All right. We're going to look at the next day. It opened at 9.71 and only went up to a high 2 cents. All right. This is 3 days before earnings. Well, and actually, I should back up. Yeah, this was the fourth day before. That was the big one. Then the next day, the third day before, and by the way, the prices had been dropping from 10.13. That's why I'm showing you this. So the whole week before, down, 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 down. It's a replica. All right. 4 days before, folks, we were here, and then the next day, I think this was actually someone's downgrade that took us July 27th down to 8.94. All right. But the next day, people were going in, and it hit this on the approach. So they never showed their cards, folks, until 2 days prior. They worked it down until this day, the 27th, which was effectively 1 day, 2 days, 3 days before earnings. And now we're at 4 days before. So look right there. See that number? And then 3 days, 2, 1. Are you with me? All right, so here we go. Here's the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff. All right. I hope that makes sense to everybody. Now, I need to get this page down here. I don't need this. I need to have my YouTube channel over here so I can see what I got over here. We got 8 people back. Good. All right. So I'm making sure that you guys understand also that we're probably going to see here very shortly, and we need to watch this page very closely because I'm going to be presuming that there may be some institutional hedge fund pension action here. Look at this. We got 700 now. Two institutions just came out. Now, I'm seeing both of those were long, okay? Watching this now because we were at 702 and now 700. But look at the price. I tell you, but this is why I'm buying here, folks. All right, going again here. Here we go, folks. Let's get in here. Please. Come on. And I'm not going to, here's one thing I have to make sure to tell you guys too. And that is that I got, yesterday, I got upset at George and I said sayonara, and I've done it before. And I actually said the S word. And I'm not going to do that again. And so this is the reason I can't have someone like that on my channel, because then he costs me money, right? If I screw up and be my normal catfish self and start throwing out my words I want to say, which I can't do anymore, I have to be restrained, and that doesn't let me do that. It doesn't leave me room to be restrained, if you know what I mean, and you do. Right? Everybody knows. So anyway, I'm just sitting here putting orders in. I'm sorry. All right, let's see if we can get us some right now. Buy some more at this price, because this is a nice price to buy. All right, during the end of lunch, the very end. Right, I'm in 7:30. I just got the last time we're going to see 7:30, I think. It could be the last time ever that 7:30 is seen, is what I'm trying to tell you, folks. And by the way, that will be the lunchtime low. 7:29 I saw today. All right. Next, Where's my sheet calculating all the total of my shares? Because I got to keep track of how many I bought now. 730. Okay, got it. Oh, look at her going, folks. I look up and it's up 3 cents from my last buy, and I told you it was going to be. I called it. Now, why is it happening? Let's go over and look at the volume, folks, right now. Right now. Going to the 1 day. This is where the rocket lifts off. Isn't it funny that I just did a countdown, didn't I? I did a countdown to liftoff, and they started already now, 4th day, not 2 days. And this is what I thought. I thought the last time I showed some people yesterday, I think they waited till the last moment to run it down to that 894. This time they wanted to come at it a week earlier, which I think they did. And now they got a whole 4 days instead of just 2 to slowly creep up like we saw it creeping up on those last 2. Does that make sense to everybody? All right. Let's go look at it again. I'm making sure I'm making sense. Count it down. Higher here. Right? 5. There's 4, 3, 2, 1. And these prices were going up, folks. 5, 4, 3, a little penny below that. 2, 1, 0. All right. But they got this on the 3rd day before Christmas. Right? On the 3rd day of Christmas, they bought some Sofi, but they had run it down to 954. On the 2nd day of Christmas, they bought a little more, and up you see it's 973. On the 1st day of Christmas, my gosh, this thing's starting to get out of hand. No, it actually was pulled back a little just the day before, was it not? See that? Still trying to suppress and make people scared. Look at that number, 55, where they finished the day. I've told you about that number too, haven't I? All right, everybody. Thank you for being back here. I don't see any chatting going on, but it's such a shame to have lost all that great chatting we had. There's a lot of valuable information that was there that was lost, and I'm sorry that I have such a bad connection, but one day that's going to change here. Going to change here. And look at that big hit that came right on the heels of it starting to run as they try to manipulate it down. Watch, there's a big red candlestick right there. There it is. I'm going to show it to you right now. Hold on. Maybe it was a minuscule one. But I think it was a big one. Man, my voice is getting better. I'm getting my voice back. And now I can kind of cool it down a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Smooth Jazz. We're going to keep it down low. We're going to keep it sweet. You're going to have to turn up the volume. Just like we're going to see this stock that we own right now. Going to do soon. Turning up the volume. Right, everybody? So, thank you for being here with me, King Cat, while I still have a voice. Yeah, look at that, everybody. Come on into the catfish bottom. You can see that big red head sticker coming. Look at that big buy. Someone just picked up, ladies and gentlemen, in case you aren't aware, 1.5 million, right? 197,000 shares, which I believe is probably about, oh goodness gracious, 197,000. That's $500,000 worth. On the heels of that, a wimpy 88,077 sell off to try to tamper this down. But what we got going on here, ladies and gentlemen, to me, the catfish looks like a catfish bottom and convergence. I see a convergence here and now. And where do you think we're going to go from there? Well, I'm going to tell you right here. We're going to go up here. Look at the 6-month chart. Hey, folks. Welcome back to the Catfish Quiet Hour. That's right, we're going to tone it down. Y'all just hang out. I got to get some more water. My glass is empty. let's get back in here on the action. Well, look at that. We're going to get a little after lunchtime low and get us some more at the bottom. Right on down here at the very bottom. That's very nice. Very nice of them to try and take us red today. But folks, like I said, even with these charts that I show you here, the predictability of these people, you don't know, but it looks to me like we got the same sort of game playing here where they ran the price down from this right the whole week from the 1013, a number they had by design because no news came out, and I've shown you that, those of you that have been here before. Holy howdy, Tyler. Shorts don't seem to be scared. No, they're not, but what's happening is the same thing we saw prior. Just look at this. I'm showing you right now. This thing started running wild from those lows they had it down to right here, which was 3 weeks before earnings. Exactly 3 weeks before earnings. And look what they did here 3 weeks before earnings this month, right now. 3 weeks before on this day. Bam. October the 4th, 3 weeks before earnings. There's the low again. How do you like that? See any similarity at all? Well, I do. I definitely do, because in July, when they ran it down to this low, 786, July the 6th, all it did was go up and capped out a week and 2 days before the earnings. They stopped it at that number because no news was broadcast that day. Then there's no downgrade of our stock. I showed you yesterday, looked up the history. There's nothing on the headlines of what that date, why we should have tumbled, but there was a reason. It's the same reason we're going down right now, because they want to keep accumulating and taking as many shares, scaring people out as they can, all the way down to 2 days before earnings comes out, and then they're going to start coming in with their positions higher and higher and then higher. I only say this because I'm showing you what history's done in the past and what I think is going to happen. I could be wrong, people. I'm not a financial advisor. By the way, we have to start over with this feed. Please hit the like button. Yeah, thank you. Some of you have already. But what I want you to know is right now, folks, this is where we're teetering on this line, and the 200-day is the true indicator. And I want you to see something here. If you move this line up here, you can really see what's going on. Let me back this out just a little bit. Maybe even more. There it is. Now I can make this the degree I want. Yeah, this is what I want here. There it is. Yep. Why am I putting this here, folks? What am I showing you? Well, you know what I'm showing. Some of you know already. Oh, my goodness gracious. All right. What's the most important thing about this? All of you long time, yes, turn around. Yes, no needs to crush quarter. Maybe they don't believe fourth quarter profitability. No, they do. They're doing what I'm showing you now. They did the same thing before. They're doing it right now. This is the history of what they did before 1170 on the high of earnings day. This is the history of it. You can see it clearly. The price was at 1013. Exactly how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days before it was a high that they stopped. Because there was, like I said, I did it before. I looked into Google. I put the date, July 19th, and I said, what was the stock market doing that day? It said it was up for its 8th day in a row and closed up that day. I said, well, what happened to Sofi? Added it to the equation. Nothing. Couldn't find any news of a downgrade. Couldn't find anything. Just the pure fact of what I tell you. They stop these things, manipulate at numbers that they have picked out. Okay? That's all it is. There's nothing more to it. It's as simple as that. I point it out for what it is. I know what it is. I've seen it too many times. And history proves it. Folks, I got all of you folks here right now. at 10 days before earnings, when it was at 1013, and all they did was take it down and down and down and down into 894 2 days before. Let me ask you a question. If you don't think what I'm telling you is true, some of you guys don't know I'm telling you about this when it got to 1013 for the high. July 19th, right here, and I'm going to copy this. Why? I'm going to show you right now. Copy. And I'm going to lower my voice. I got to talk softer. I got to give my voice a break. I'm just too loud all the time. I'm too excited. And I get excited, folks. I'm sorry I'm loud. I've always been loud. But I need to bring it down, so I'm going to. I'm starting right now, 1:11 p.m., lower volume. I really am going to try to do that. All right. You guys are going to have to turn your volume up. I'm going to try and talk softer. Okay, so let's just put in here a Google search. And we're going to put in that date, right? NASDAQ. Oh, I'm sorry for shaking the screen so bad. I'll type softer. NASDAQ chart. Here we go. And what I might start doing is doing these searches on a separate screen and then pull it over. That's probably what I should do. That's what I should do. But then I'm looking away from you guys. I'd rather look at you. All right, here we go. July 19th, Dow Jones climbed 1.1, 366 points up. See that? So, and then I say, all right, well, let's just check out that NASDAQ chart and put Sofi news on July 19th. August, June, no. There's nothing there, see? Can you see this, everybody, what I'm showing you? I hope so. Yep, you can see it. I'm going to actually make my screen, my size of my picture, a little bit smaller. There we go. Okay, put that one down now. And put the other one back up. All right, hey, thanks you. So what I'm showing you here, folks, this basically proves exactly what I've said to you, does it not? That's as clear as it comes right there to you. If SoFi had done anything on that day, SoFi price. Let's just put that July 19th SoFi price. There's just nothing, folks. There wasn't. If there had been a drop. The news. What did it fall on? They're not even saying. What is the year to date for SoFi? There's nothing there. This is what I'm telling you, folks. I couldn't find anything relating to that date that would have made SoFi, SoFi stock. What did it do? What happened? Why did it stop at 1013? Folks, there's no reason. All right. So now do you believe what I'm saying? And I know you do already, but I'm just saying there's proof of the pudding is in the 1013, right? And that is they can be so manipulative that even though it had come off this 877 on the Morgan Stanley downgrade, so it's like a book, isn't it? It's like almost like a mystery novel that you have to read in between and figure out how they do that. Who committed the crime? Who's committing the crime? That's what you need to find out. I just getting loud again. Well, I honestly think that, now let's go figure out what made it hit 786 on July the 6th, 2023. Why? Why'd that happen, folks? This is just getting a little history lesson today on our stock and digging a little deeper than most people do. SoFi. Oh my goodness. Stock news. Again, it's just an absolute mystery. What happened? Why did it drop? I find it appalling. Oh, look at this. This is what happened. I just discovered what happened to him on that day. Oh, it says July 31st. I'm sorry. Dang. I saw over here 06, and I thought that was the date. Well, folks, guess what? You can't find anything. Again, there's no reason for it even to have dropped to these number lows, but I find it kind of odd. July 6th, 2023. What am I missing here, folks? What am I missing? Sofi. Oh, let's just look at the NASDAQ. What happened that day? All right, July 6th, stock market news. Wall Street ended lower on Wednesday, pulled down by materials and tech stocks. Indexes ended the session modest losses after the minutes from the last Fed meeting were released. S&P 500 lost 0.2%, 8.77 points. That's nothing. That's no tank of the market, folks. That's nothing. Wow. But they must have used that news and put it on the headlines to come after us, I guess. I don't know. I don't see it. I didn't see a headline there either. So these numbers that I try to figure out why, what made that happen, the daggum price was, way up here, and then what made it get to that? Who on July the 7th, there had to be been something there, right? And then the July the 6th, why? Nothing. I can't find a thing. Why did they make it drop 80 cents on this heavy volume here? I mean, it just seems like this is probably one of the most washed out stocks that they just every day try to wash people out of. I have never seen anything like it, really. They're making a fortune off of it. I've already proved that to you. I have a sheet over here that shows, and it's just incredible how much they were running this thing up and down and up and down and up and down. Man. The gains and losses and gains and losses. I've already gone over all that with everybody, but it's insane how much they were running this thing up and down. I got some numbers here, that's for sure. Got a lot of things going on with this stock for them to get run down, like Galileo in Latin America. They just announced they just moved into Latin America. That's a financing. Galileo is works with Sofi and has been bought by Sofi, and so now they've expanded into Latin America. In case you didn't know about that, student loans are being paid back. Right? That's a little cha-ching. We did have 5 institutions come out, and I'm wondering, do they think they're going to play the same thing that they did and run it down about 10 cents or 12 cents from now until 7:13 the day before earnings come out? I don't see that. That's why I'm buying right here at my favorite numbers. One of them 7:31. I want you to know too, though, they're not going to take this thing down too far. they don't want to entice pensions to start coming in. So there will be a limit to how far and I think we've already seen that. And that was 697 yesterday, and they did it under the cover of darkness, which I told you they were going to do, everybody. Hold on. And we got to go over here, and we're going to check out something that's on my YouTube channel. I just want to see something here real quick. I'm so grateful again to all of you folks. This is what my voice is supposed to normally sound like, and it's getting there. We're getting back. I'm going to have to just keep it down low. 7. Watching. Here we go. Boom. Go over here to YouTube Studio. Up to 1,011 subscribers now. Pretty sweet. I've been putting up some new videos lately, folks. I put up a new video on a song called Like Me that I think you'll enjoy. And one that I just posted also as well called That Old Guitar. And I got to see if I can find it. Hold on a second. Your channel. I know I'm dropping off some viewership, but it's lunchtime, and that's going to happen, and we're going to have everybody piling in here when this thing hits that bottom turns. There it goes. There it is, folks. Come on with me now, please. Join in the fun. Join in the run, the fun of the run that begins now. All right, that's what I'm calling, and it's going to start fast. It's going to start going fast, I think. All right, I could be wrong, but I think it is. It's going to catch flame, and it's going to light the ignition starting now. I'm going to write down the time. I'm going to take a picture of this with my phone. All right, taking a picture of it now. Just to show everybody the last price I got it at $7.31. Come on, hit it there again, please. One more $7.31 in the time today and the date. It'll be time stamped on this. Let's go. There it is. Got it. Thank you, Shorts. Got that price because I want to have it for my memory. That's where it's going to have to be, is just in your memory from now on, folks. In your memory. You'll have to remember that just in your memory. You're not going to see it again. That price is my call from now until evermore, possibly. All right. So those of you that are buying this stock here today at this price could possibly be getting it at the lowest it's ever going to be. Now, the reason I say that is based on history. And I'm going to go back here. What happened to the numbers on October the 23rd here? Oh, I don't know. But anyway, we're going to look back at this historical data. All the way back to right before July 31st. And here's what they're doing. I already said it was, I think, 9 days before. But this time they're doing it in a different duration. 9 days before off the high, it went 1, I think it's 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It was 8 days. All right? 8 days. Huh. Did we have a high here in October? 8 days before earnings? Let's go look back. All right. 8 days, which we're still 4 days away now. 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, look at that. We did, didn't we? Huh. Almost. I mean, they were really running it down the whole time. They did a 2-week rundown that last time before earnings. You can see it. And why this number on October 9th? Who knows? Who knows why they had this number on October 4th this month? I don't know. But boy, they've been running it down since then. They've been running it down and running it down since it ran up to this number. What do you know? 866. Look at the 13th, what they did. 848. A number. I tell you to sell at that number, don't I? 848. Yep, you guys know it's true. I tell you to sell that number. It's not coincidental. Look at these numbers. 866, 848. There's 2 numbers I tell you about. And this one too, I tell you to sell there, don't I? Cha-ching. And that's the day I did sell. I sold at that number right there. I sold two numbers. I sold at 791 and I sold, or 792 maybe, somewhere around there. And I sold at 798 that day. Cha-ching. And I told you guys too. Some of you are here. Some of you might have. Now, I'm going to come back here again to this date again because I think it's significant, and that's the date of the earnings. Because what's going to happen after earnings when they run it up to a certain number that they have pre-designated, and as I already told you folks, I don't know how high the dang thing will go. Someone asked me, man, do you think it's possible they can announce profitability? Or I said, not necessarily announce profitability this quarter, but here's my real thinking. I think what could happen is that they are going to announce good earnings, good deposits, good revenues. EPS will not be outstanding unless I'm surprised, but it could be. But here's the biggest one: forward guidance. He's already said that they're going to be profitable by Q4. I think he could possibly say we could be profitable even before then, but I can't guarantee that. All right. I mean, they could be breaking in profitability on the next day after they make the earnings, or 2 days or 3 days after. They you know what I mean? We don't know, but he might let us know that we're virtually there on his guidance, and that is going to be the catalyst. Is that his guidance is going to be what the moves this thing more than anything? Forward guidance, and it's going to be good. With all the revenues now coming in from the student loans, we got the MasterCard deal. Did you hear about MasterCard hooking up with them? Renaka, I like. What about you? The core is awesome. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Ron. I just posted that. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, that was that guy I was playing with there on that song in that little place. It's called the Guitar Center. It's over in my place I used to live before I moved here, Williamston, Michigan. And I tell you what, man, that guy was a great guitarist. His name is Jim Fugit, Fugit, and he's an accomplished acoustic man. His classical playing, I put a video up of him playing classical guitar on YouTube, and it says classical guitar player. Oh no, that's another one I know. But look up the view too. My other friend, whose name is Sean, who is there at that guitar center. He has a studio there and records there. And listen to that guy play the classical guitar, Sean. Do my video, classical Michigan, classical guitar player for hire. And man, you wouldn't believe. Let me see if I can find it right now. Hold on. Look away from the screen here, because I'm typing and it jiggles the screen. Huh. I don't know what's going on there. I thought I had him up there. There he is, right there at the top. My gosh, listen to this guy play right here, folks. Watch that guitar. Watch that guitarist. Classical guitar player for hire, Michigan area. Sean Barrett is his name. Man, oh, you'll just love it. You'll want to play that in your background because I put a video montage together of a bunch of his songs. It's only 4 minutes and 45 seconds long, but man, that guy is so skilled, and he's a teacher. And anyway, but I just want to show that to you. I don't know why I got kind of distracted. Sometimes I get distracted. But what's distracting me now is my tablet. It's calling out to me going, buy more, catfish, buy more. It's on the bottom. Buy, buy, buy. And I said, okay, here we go. Let's try this again. Reuse. Looking for 10 more, please, because we're at 1:30 right now. I say play it. Play it for me, Sam. Cha-ching, right here. I'm ringing the bell. Let the good times roll. Play it. Place order. Look at it going, folks. Oh, man, I got to the last 7:33, I do believe we may see. See, 7:31's gone. Now we're at 7:33. You can either believe in what I'm saying or not. It's not up. I don't care if you buy it or you don't buy it. I'm just telling you, don't buy 10,000 shares of it here. Please don't do that. Keep buying 10 shares every 2 or 3 minutes, like I'm doing. And you propel it up and up and up. We're pushing it up, way up. Oh, yeah. We're going to push this up, folks. Just hold on. Let me do another little thing here on the sidelines, if I can. Oh, yeah, I'm up to something. Just give me a second, folks. Thank you for Brent. Yes, I like What About You. He's talking about a song I just put on here. It's called What About You. You put down Tyler Self, What About You. This is a hit song, folks. And I had it licensed out to someone who never did anything with it, so I got the licensing back. Sold it, and I got it back. This is the one here, the one with the person in the chair, right? What About You, original song, played live. And I have a studio version of it here where I have a young lady singing it for me. And she's an incredible artist. She's still with my friend Jamie Loritz to this day, who's an incredible artist as well. And a phenomenal skilled guitar player. And he's playing on most of the tracks you're listening. On not all of them. The Any Moment song that Any Moment Now that I had so many views on for weddings. It's a wedding song. That one there, that's another guitarist. And that's Jim Fugit. So you know Jim Fugit. He's a very, very good guitarist. And I'm going to do it here, Jim Fugit, because I have two videos up of him playing as well. And this is the song, Any Moment Now. And this guy is a phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal guitarist. Now, that's not the one. Here he is here, Moth Cake, Jim Fugit. You can hear him playing right here. It's Williamston, Michigan. And he's also playing here on this song. Listen to this guy and how good he is, folks. And you'll hear him on my new song that's called Any Moment Now, Tyler Self. You put that in, that video right there at the top, folks. It's already been watched. It says no views. That's not correct. It has a lot of views. All right, I don't know why it says 0, but there's a lot of views on this one. All right, it's a remake of this song, and I remade it again. But this is the video here, and it's done better than any others that I remade so far. And it's because it's a beautiful song for pre-weddings, right before the wedding, before the group, the whole ceremony. This is a pre-wedding song. But now it just doesn't have a picture of me standing there like this video here. It actually has a video that runs along with it right here. See? This is why it has so many hits. And I can show you, you can just watch the video here on my screen by my click on it without playing any music. But this is the video I put up on this song. And you'll see that the addition of a video to a song just makes it that much more, so much more attractive to the person listening, and draws them into it and keeps them there, listening. And this song, you should listen to it if you're ever thinking about getting married anytime soon, because you're probably going to want this song in your wedding. And it is licensable, and it's for you guys, cats, it can be free. You guys just play it. But this video I put with it is phenomenal. It matches the song perfectly, and I owe the credits to the people that is in the end where the credits are. They're credited for this. I contacted them and let them know that I had done a video on their song, and if they didn't like it, they could let me know, and I'd take it down. but I think they're going to like it a lot. And you should listen to it. It's a good song. And don't forget to like it. Okay? All right? And thank you there for that brief, leaving of Sofi, which I think is going to keep going up. So the time now here at 1:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I know that Mopar for Life, and I have others that have contacted me here recently, just so you know. And I want to read for you what someone just wrote me. And I'm not going to say who, because I don't think that's appropriate, but I'm just going to let you know what one of the people here, and you see him here every day. Yeah, he's here every day. He's not on my channel every day chatting, but I believe he tunes in almost every day. This is what he wrote me. And guys, I can't even do it. I'm such a wuss.
You want me to do it? I'm usually the one that cries all the time.
Ah, look at my sweetie pumpkin. Uh-oh, hold on.
No, I like him even too.
Here we go. I can't.
If I start choking up, then you can do it, and then we can go back and forth. You have been a great teacher, an awesome entertainer, and a comedy gold. I can't thank you enough. I am 3 hours time difference, so I usually can only see the show returned, rarely live. But thank you for letting me enjoy the end of my day, learning and being entertained. Congratulations on your monetary status. You deserve it. Now, be a good husband and give your wife your earnings. I like that. Let's get a chime in on that one.
All right.
Good people keep strong.
Oh, man. See that, folks? This is the kind of community that's here on this channel. And this is the kind of love that's shared. And thank you, Sweetie Pie, for getting through that. Because I don't know if I could have read it. Because sometimes I get touched so much by what people say. And I take pictures of it and put it on my phone, people. So there you go. Thank you all for sharing in that little moment with me. And thank you to the individual who sent me that. Hi, Tyler. Doing my lunch break? Check in. All right. Well, what do you know? Good and welcome to you, James. And I like what about you calling good evening. Oh, my gosh. Everybody coming in. Hey, Colin just said, he said, good evening, Tyler and Queen. Honey, we have Colin who just said, good evening, Tyler and Queen. Cha-ching for the Queen. So, yeah, my wife, she likes to pop in and surprise me once in a while and come in on the channel. Even I saw her the first time she came in as a virgin catfish to the channel yesterday. Was it day before? And day before. And, well, we popped that thing, and now she's going to be maybe coming to visit more often. I have a lot of people who tell me that I'm so entertaining, they just put me on and let me just stay in the background, and where they listen through the day. And I guess what I say is keeping people amused to some point, and they like some of the crazy antics I do. And I do have an idea here. Let me just give me a second here, and I'll be right back. I'm going to try this, pull this channel up here, and let's see if we can get another channel in here. I want to do this. There we go. And folks, it's a good place to be buying this stock. Uh-huh. Okay, just hold on a second. We're almost there. I know this messes with the screen, but I have to do it. All right, here we go. We're almost there. I know it's suspenseful, folks. You're hanging on the edge, I know. And I hate to look away from the screen, but it's the only way I can do it. All right, here we go. And we got a little something we're going to throw in here to make this price continue to rise, because I don't like what the shorts are trying to do to it. Now, there was one other thing I was going to do here, and that is on my channel. I have to make this a change to something. My channel. You guys are going to be the first to hear this song if you want to listen to it right now. Manage videos. Just give me a second, and I'll get back to Sofi news because I'm almost ready. Come on, manage videos. There we go. We'll try it one more time here. And thank you for your patience, everyone. All right, here we go. I'm going to get to debut this song with you guys right now, I believe. And it's called Oh Yeah. And it is public. 4 views already, folks. I think you'll enjoy this song here a lot. It's called That Old Guitar. I just put it up. Give that a pop over and listen on my channel. And I think you'll like it a lot. And this song I also did right here. Folks, you got to watch this song here called Like Me, okay? You'll enjoy that one. I know you guys will enjoy that song. And you'll enjoy the video. I have a short video with it. But anyway, these are reposted videos that have been doctored up and changed and altered and video. Now, not just a song with a picture, but I'm putting videos that move along and keep people engaged. You'll probably really enjoy another one I want to suggest to you. It's called Conversing with Candles, right? Versing. There we go. Right here. All right, folks, I'm giving you some of my best material now with videos to accompany them. Check out this video right here, Conversing with Candles. I think you'll really enjoy the song. It's a very fun, upbeat song, and it has a history about it. This song, the one that the reason that I was encouraged, or not encouraged, but the reason I wrote the song and what it's about is when I moved down to Haiti, and I didn't know a single person, and it says so in the song. And I did have a neighbor that had a nice home over there for Haiti, and they had a downstairs area where they had this young girl that was about the same age as me. I think she was actually a year older than me, but I didn't never meet her. I didn't know her. I just had seen her glimpse of her once in a while through the window because I could see once in a while she'd look through the window. I'd be over here in my room. They faced each other, but we were spaced apart probably, a couple 100 feet, you know. And anyway, not that far. I'd say more like we were about maybe 150 feet apart. There you go, 100. And so at night, uh, I could often see with her curtains closed, her silhouette walking around in there. And then I had the window, and so it was kind of neat. She had this really long hair, it was all the way down to her ass, and I could see her shadow. That's all. And so that's what inspired this song. And it was kind of neat what unfolded. And I'm not going to give it away, but go over and check out this song, and you'll hear what happened. And it's pretty cool, and it's a good jazzy melody. It's got a nice little jazz feel to it. And somebody's going to pick this song up too, I think, one day. One day, you guys are going to help me. From all you guys helping me and subscribing and stuff, somebody's going to come along and go, hey, this guy's got a lot of viewers, a lot of subscribers. He must have some fairly good stuff, and they're going to stumble on one of these songs and want to do it big time. And I already have one that wants to now. Anyway, so let's find out what the guy's, I can't remember, his name's John. He wants to do a song that I haven't posted this one yet. I have a video of it on YouTube now, but he wants to do this song called If I Don't Have You, I Ain't Got Nothing. And that song is written by me, Tyler Self. If I Don't Have You. There it is. Right there. Watch that video right there. If I don't have you, I ain't got nothing. And this, I think, could also be a song that one day you might hear on the radio. And the cool thing about it, folks, is if it ever does happen, you guys will know this time because you'll have heard it first. My other songs that I've sold, you don't know anything. All right, bunny. Thank you. You look so good. Yeah, I will. It'll be empty when you get home. And that's not the bottle of whiskey either.
You can't eat the ribs without me.
I will wait. All right, folks. So there you go. I've pitched enough of my music, but I think this song right here could be a hit. I also have, if I don't have you, I ain't got nothing here, but don't watch the one with the vet with my car in this video. That's my car there that I had at one time. I have sold it since and got the Mercedes convertible, but watch this song here because it's got a cool video with it and it's a cool song. And I'm going to be reposting this one soon too, but I haven't put it up yet. And this will be a quick and easy one to do because I can just put it up. It already has a video with it. I can just delete this, put the other one up, and add some things at the beginning and end, and it'll be up again. But watch this song. It was posted by my friend, and he's from Germany, but he now lives, actually, he's from France, Paris, France, but he now lives in Germany. And we worked together on this song over the internet. We sent it back and forth, and he made the video for me for it. So this is a great song you might like too. I like it a lot, and I think it's a hit. And maybe one day we'll hear it on the radio. Cha-ching. Just like I think this Sofi is a hit too. And folks, what is this right here called when you look at this chart? Cup and handle. Right? Cup and handle. I think it's time to let the good times roll. What do you think? What do you think, people? I think it's time for this thing to let the steam engine get built up and this baby start rolling down the tracks. But it's going to be rolling up the track. It's going to be climbing a big old hill. And could they do the same thing at 1170 that are number 12s and the 13s, and then wham, 2 weeks of degradation, right? Degrade it for 2 more weeks, swing it down, and then run it on up on the next snooze, and because they're going to do it before profitability in the fourth quarter. They'll be piling it in, and they're going to come in starting now with me at 1:47 p.m. The price $7.31, and folks, I've said this to you before many times. I just took a picture of that price I filled out about 20 minutes ago. It changed. There you go. And folks, we're coming into 2. And I've already said this to you. If we start to see, and I've said this to you guys many times, the price start to rise right from the 245, the 145 to 2, when the normal price action on a lot of stocks from 145 to 2 over the 40 years I've been trading start a downward move before the 2 to 3 down and then the 3 to 4 off, sell off. But if you see it start turning at 145, moving north, shorts, beware. And everybody else, be ready to buy. And somebody just bought already. I know at 7:36, they bought like 500 shares this morning. I think it was 400 or 500, 450 or something. But they're going to be in the green. You'll see. There we go. See, I'm already ringing the bell, people, because I can read this clock. I can read this already. Here they come. I'm in. I'm in for more. See, when it starts rising at this time slot, very unusual for normal situations, so I'm buying. Add to position, thank you. But this time, folks, I'm going to buy 20 shares right now. I see the bad Sofi rising. For the shorts, I see trouble in the air. Don't come out tonight, 'cause Sofi, it just might be a bad, bad mood on the rise, right? Don't go to bed tonight. You might just see it go out of sight. Yeah, Sofi. It's on its flight. Here we go. I see a great Sofi climbing. I see catfish sitting in a chair and rhyming. Oh, yeah. He's singing a crazy song, and sometimes the folks just sing along. I see Sofi moon arise. Oh, yeah. Hang on in there with me, folks. We got more fun to have here on my channel, I promise you. More and more and more. We're never going to stop having fun on this channel. I guarantee it. On the worst day of your life, I'll be here smiling, singing, and trying to cheer you up, everybody, and you know that. I hope that you've enjoyed that song. I'm going to put this back down here. Just give me a second. Get my other page back up because I can't see what people are saying. I apologize. Good evening, Tyler and Queen. Hoping we can get back to 8 soon. Now down about 4K, but just holding. Good, James. Have 6,000 in VOO and have been debating moving into SoFi, but want to keep a little diversity. That's a good idea. Keep them. Yep. We know what the old saying is: never put all your eggs in one basket. I got a lot of eggs in the SoFi basket though, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm going to see this price go to 733. In ready, I like to count it down. When I see uh, the time is being delayed that they're showing. Look, they're only showing 1:50 p.m. and it's 1:51. Interestingly enough, let's go look at another stock I told you guys to buy 2 days ago, down at $1.64. RBT. Whoa! You see what I'm talking about, people? Cha-ching. And I know one of our cats bought with me because I said, yes, but don't buy that much. Buy a little and keep buying as it goes up. Look at that profit. Now we're up 10% from 2 days ago. I called it when on the bottom. $1.64, folks. I suggested, because I never tell anybody to do anything, I suggested get in on this stock before it goes over 2 again. And folks, if you don't know about this stock, what it can do, I'll hit this chart and take a look at the daggum 6 month or 3 month even. Look what that price can do. This thing went so high it went off the dang chart. It was up to $15+, people. See that? There it is. $13.84. I tell you to sell at $13.87, don't I? Didn't even get it that high. But my gosh, folks, the price was down under $2. Please get some of this stock. It could do it again on any given day. Trust me, any given day it could do it because it has so few shares available. Thank you, beautiful. I love you, beautiful. All right. All right, now. So now you know why I'm talking about buying this stock. And if you buy it, as soon as you buy it, please put your sell orders in it so you tie up the few shares that are left of this stock out there. All right, put your sell orders in. You can put them in 11s and 12s. Put them in at doubles and triples and all that. You have to go hog wild. But, folks, this is why I tell you with SoFi, you got to put your orders in. It can go this high. It can go this high. I mean, folks, the thing went from $1 down here. You can't even see the bottom of it. It was off the screen. The thing was way down here. Look what the price was. $1.84 right here. $1.84. I was telling everybody, and it was in May. I said, buy this in May right here. Back in here, I was saying buy this stock, and boom, one day it shot to the sky. And this is why you need to put your SoFi orders and sell at those high numbers because you'll never get them if you don't. Because it'll go up and it'll come down and so fast. And this is over days, but the price shot up this high and dropped back down very quickly that day off the high. The only reason it even sold for that much is somebody was smart enough to have a sale order in there at $13.84. All right, so if you got your sell orders on SoFi up into the 20s even, it could go that high and you would catch them. Because on any news, big stories can get so much volume. You know, that's when the halting comes in, the halting. And that'll be the only thing that'll save you like it did when I had that last stock. I wasn't expecting it. I was ready this time, but I wasn't ready on COSM. I had to, fortunately, on the halts, I could throw in the sales orders higher. And then they all filled. The price on the CSM went from 98 cents all the way up to $23 on one day and was back down to $8 that evening. So that's why those orders filled and it came back down from 23 to 8 in the same day. The reason that it does this is because people have the orders there, the sell orders there. You got to get yours in up there. Get them up there. Just put them. What's going to hurt you? Make sure they're GTC. That means good till canceled, plus extended. All right. And then on a night, it could happen overnight, even, folks, with these Robinhood accounts being open to trade on SoFi 5 days a week, 24 hours a day. Put them in there. I got you, James. James, don't leave just yet. I'm going to show you this. Take two steps back to the computer screen. Quickly going to show you why you should be comfortable here, right? We're going from June 714 low on the 6th, 707 the day before. Look where we were. 1023, all right, on the 14th. Then they ran this thing down, 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 down. They kept running it down all the way down, 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 down. There's the price, July the 13th. All right, 2 weeks before earnings coming out on the 31st, 2.5. When it started going up, and they halted us there at 1013 for no reason. There was no downgrade that day. There was no bad news. I tried to find it. There was none. Then they ran it down, and here's where we're at. This is the same phase we're in right now. This phase is down, 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 and they're not going to show their cards until 2 days before earnings. All right? So we can even still see all the way up. They don't want to show their cards. They want to keep shaking out, shaking out, shaking out, shaking out. But then from that price, it goes up 35%. Yep. Like last week. Like last week. That's exactly right. So there you go. I hope you got that, James. I hope you saw it. Because from that price there, the thing went up 35%. Boom, boom, bam. So just be patient and have your sale orders in place, James, up in the 980. I've told everybody all the numbers that I have are on a sheet of paper for you to buy in and out of this stock on that day. And go back and watch yesterday's live feed and you'll see it. All right? Go watch yesterday's live feed and you'll see me at one point holding up a piece of paper, real big screen with the paper, and I'll be showing you where you should get in and out. All right. Here you go. And this is earnings day. Right here, folks, in case you're new, I'm going to show you this. And you need to put your sell orders in at these prices. So just give me a second while I do this. Just give me a second. I got to move this where I can see. Here we go. There we go. All right, folks. Now I'm going to pull this screen over where you can see it. Fill it up. All right. And did I do that right? Am I doing it right? These are the numbers that you should be able to see right now. Let me know. Can you guys see numbers on your screen right now? I don't know. I have display on top. Maybe you can't. But let me just put, yeah, you can see them. All right, here we go. On earnings day, folks, you're going to be doing this. You're going to be, right here is going to be the prices you need to be in and out. And the B is a buy and the S is a sell. Okay? So you're going to buy, all right, you're going to be buying all this week, which you have, and then you're going to sell at 973. You got an order there. Then you're going to buy it when it goes back to 967, maybe as low as 956. Then you're going to sell it at 1012, a lot of it. Sell a bunch of your shares at 1012, folks. All right, and then it'll fall back to buy at 998 to 989 range. Maybe even as low as 966 from 1012 or 977. But one of those numbers, after they get to 1013, they're going to take it back. Then it's going to go back up to 1012 where you're going to sell it again, believe it or not. Because then they're going to run it down to 901 or maybe 898. Right? Then you're going to sell this at 920. Okay? That's the next number. And buy back when they pull it down to 914, because by then it's going to be on a run. You're going to sell it at 930 after you bought it at 914. And that's wrong. It's not going to drop down to 933. I screwed that one up. But you are going to be buying at 921 after you sell at 930. You're buying at 921. You're going to sell at 944. You're going to buy it back at 933, right here. Then you're going to be doing this, selling at 948, buy back at 939, because now it's running. Sell it at 954, buy it back at 948 or 949 because that's the 955, and sell a lot at 955. Everybody, please sell a lot there. All right, at nine, then you're going to be after you buy back at 949, but maybe even as low as 933 off that 955 because they really like to run it down from 955 or hold it there anyway. Then when you get it back at 948 or 949 or even a little lower, you're going to sell it at 965. And folks, look at those dollar signs. You're going to sell a boatload of shares there at 965. Then you're going to buy back in at after you sold there, you're going to buy back in at 956 because they're going to take it to 955. I think they could even take it as low as 949. All right, but buy it because then you're going to sell it at 986, which is right below 988. I decided to change that number. I usually had 987, but I decided after watching the action the other day, they wouldn't even let it get to 980, the 88 number. So sell it at 986, buy it back at where 967 before they get it down to 9, and it might even be 977. I changed that one. Sell it at 995, folks, because 996 or 96 we saw was a huge stop the other day on this stock. They didn't want to let it get past 96, and they didn't. And then the last one is buy it at 988 for the run over 10. Then you're going to sell at 1012. See that? Sell at 1012 again. And then when it gets on beyond that, you're going to use those same numbers that I just showed you, buying and selling. And I hope you saw that. Let me go see if it did. James, I'm ready. And sell orders are in. Yes. All right, folks. Those are all the sell order numbers you could have. And each one of those sell numbers are that you're selling at are basically the number 7 or before it hits 8 to catch the drop back down below. 12, and this would be on every increment, all the way up through the 7s, through the 8s, through the 9s, through the 10s, through the 11s, 12s, 13s, 14s. I've done it. I've got so many, I got 13,000 shares. I can just keep loading them in, and I use these same numbers all the way up. I use them all the way up. The sell numbers are the number 7, the number 12, the number 20, the number 30, the number 48, the number, and it can be 44 in the middle, the number 48, and I'm not even showing you this, but yeah, I am. Then the number 54, because they love 55 to trounce it. The number 65, because they love 66. You're selling at 7.6s or 7.6 because they love 7.7. You're selling at 87, and I mean a ton there. You're selling a ton at the 55 and the 87 and the 12. And after 87, then it goes right on up. I say 96 from 87. And after that, you just repeat them over in the next higher sequence, okay? That's how you're going to do it. And you're going to make a lot of money on earnings day if they decide to run it up into the 20s, won't you? And you shouldn't be surprised what it might go to, right? But it isn't going to hurt you. And the other benefit is it ties up all the shares so the shorts can't borrow them. We got a lot of people here. Don't forget to hit the like button. Half of you have hit the like button. Mopar, off the subject, but DraftKings, they're doing good. What I like about DK is the companies that yesterday they gave all of their loyal customers a free season of NBA League Pass. Thanks, right? You know, my friend Double K owns that stock. DraftKings, and I call him Double K, but that is because his name is Carl Carr, but I call him Double K, but he's professed it, and he's been on this channel talking to me about DraftKings, and I told people about it. And so good deal. Excellent. All right, now, do I still have this thing right? I got 2 screens that look identical here, and I got to move one of them off. So I'm going to put this one down, my picture down first. There we go. Got it there. And then I'm going to take this and put it back over here. We can put this down here. You can't see all of what I've got going on over here, but you can kind of feel it. There we go. Now we got the chats all back. And we're going to have this screen back up. Can you see this now? Should be switching to the main screen that's going to show SoFi go up all afternoon, right? Whoa, I'll ring the bell. Every penny we rise. Time now, 2:05, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, a nice way to start wading into gains. And here's what I want you to look at more than anything right now. I've already told you, folks, as SoFi does, the NASDAQ does, and as NASDAQ does, SoFi does. Look at the two similarities of these charts. Hold on. There you go. NASDAQ, SoFi. NASDAQ looks ready. That is a major cup and handle for the NASDAQ right now. This looks very good for a run right now, folks. I feel it. Cha-ching, cha-ching. It looks very good. There's actually a double bottom forming right now, right then. Let's go in on it, zoom in on the 1 day. I encourage you to look not only at SoFi stock, but at the NASDAQ. All right? Look at it. Look at it. Double, a triple bottom now. 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out. And look at the 200-day. It looks just like SoFi's, doesn't it, folks? Everybody trying to tell you the market's suffering because of bond yields. And look at all that run down 5 days in a row. You want to pay attention to this NASDAQ. Look at this. Here's where the attack started on the 15th. On the 15th. Where were we on the 15th? SoFi. Jeez. I got to get one more thing. Man. Whew. I get excited when I see this. Man. I get very excited when I see a chart that looks like this. November the 15th. What? What am I? Oh, goodness gracious. I got to get over here. Hold on. Man, look at this RBT, folks. I'm telling you. Look at that. Oh, my. I already told you this thing doesn't move in pennies. You're not going to see this thing move in pennies. All right? This thing moves in, well, it does move in pennies, but lots at a time. Okay? It jumps fast. That's a nice gain there for everybody. But I want you to look at the NASDAQ. Again, we're going to go back here. I want to go to this right here, this spike in the down. 9:15. What happened on 9:15 is what I want to know to the market. What happened to us on 9:15? That would be September 15th. On the 14th, and look at that price, $8.88 for the freaking low. Oh my goodness. And look at the high. It was almost the high. It went 9.18, then 9.14, and then they took the low to that and closed at 9.07. So we weren't even affected by whatever was the cause of that huge attack. What? This is a major sell right here. But whatever that is. That's a lot of volume starting the run down. This is identical, folks, to the SoFi chart right now. Look at this right here. You got that big strike, bam. And you got it down the W, up the big drop, and now going off the third bot. Okay? And then here you go with our chart looking at the 1 month. 6 month, I'm sorry. This is so similar that it's not even funny. It really is. And it isn't funny. There's the 6 month chart. Does this not look identical to that chart that I just showed you? Look at this here. Let's pull this back. That's the NASDAQ right there, folks. This is important for you to pay attention to this as well as ours because they do reflect each other. So here we go. You got down, down, up, down, another down, down, and now finally the war of attrition ends. Look at the 200-day doing this the whole time. Meanwhile, we go over to Sofi's chart, and we see this. Down, we got down, 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 and we got the double bottom, and here's the triple bottom there. Down, 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 double bottom, triple bottom. What do you know? Huh? Are those not exactly, you could lay them over each other, couldn't you? So now all of you that are here understand what I'm saying. That as the NASDAQ does, SoFi follows. Right? Just so you're aware of it. Here we go, folks. We're starting to climb. Here we go. Ringing the bell. I'm glad I took that picture of 731 when I did. Oh, it's going on up, folks. Trust me. Oh. All right, let's just watch it run all afternoon. Steady, slow, nice, even. Run. Run, run, run away. Dale Shannon. There she goes. Right on up, folks. Right off that cup and handle nicely. Volume is nice at 17.7. Nothing ridiculous. And a nice, steady, smooth, easy beginning to an afternoon run up. Let's go see what the Russell's doing. This is what we're in. The SoFi stock is in the Russell Index. Well, looky there. Look at that Russell. Man, oh man. Cha-ching. We're in the Russell Elite. We're in the Russell 1000, where most of the money in the Russell is. There's about 90% of the funds that are in the Russell are in the Russell 1000, and we're a member of that. The prestigious Russell 1000 group. And as you can see, we're having a nice gain today. The Russell looks very good. And it's going to continue to go up just like we are. There you go. And now we're going to go to the one-day chart, people. Whoa, look at that. Look how hard they came at us since what time? Who made this decision to start in on us at what time? Ah, come on here. Right at. See, I told you they usually try that trick right before from 1:45 to 2. This time they started it at 12:45 to 1. See that? The time was 12:49 when they started their attacks today. 12:49 on SoFi. That's what time it was, 10 minutes till. And look at all these red candlesticks that started flying in, and there's one where somebody sold $1 million and $1.2 million, and then there's right after that a big sale of $1,700,000 at 1:15 exactly. But look what's happened to the price ever since then, this afternoon. Look at that. Right on up, folks. And look at the 10-day moving average. Didn't even hit that. It just bounced off of that 45 and 50-day there, right there. And then off it goes. They try another attack just now for $1 million. They just jumped at 210. $1 million someone threw in at 210, folks. Interesting to see it in real time, isn't it, how they operate? Exactly how they do it and the methods that they use. Oh, look at the NASDAQ, though. Forget about it. Forget about it. Watch what happens here, though, when this hits 13,088. If it didn't already. Here it comes. There we go. Look at the number 33. 48. What do you know? 64. 88 again. Look at the numbers, the change numbers. There's sell numbers that I tell you all the time, and buy numbers. A lot of them. It's just no coincidence. 30. 88 again. What do you know? And here comes the attack from 88. Look at that. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you can use the NASDAQ even to determine the same things I'm telling you. You just saw it hit 88, and now you can get in at 84. Quite honestly, don't be surprised if you find from that 13,088 that they take it back down to 13,077. And that's the number I tell you that I have on my thing, 77. So watch it right now, and let's see how close I am. Here it comes. 13,077 buy back in. And if you do this on earnings day with me, we're going to make a killing amount of money. All right, here it comes. And I wouldn't buy it at 13.77. I'd say 13.78. There it is, right there. See, we're almost there. So you're getting to watch this. It's so cool because you can see exactly how they played it. 13.088. Boom. That's their resistance line. And this is down now. And I say 13.077. Right here, it's coming. Don't be surprised. And see, there's a 7, 8, 12 there. That's that 12 number, I tell you, is a good number. And now it's going back up. And by the way, when we're doing this on earnings day, we're just going to see that, and then we're going to go, screw it, hit a market, change it right then to a market, right? Because that's what they tried to do just then. They were trying to get to 13.077, but there just came too much support at it. So now it's going to go, my belief is, up past 13.88, and you'll see the next number I would be asking to hit and would be 13.92, where you should have a sell order, or maybe even 13.93. We'll see what happens next. I would love personally to see it go up, keep climbing, and I think it will. And they'll run it the same way. There's, oh, look at that, 8188 again. Huh. Now here we go up. Cha-ching. What's Sofi doing now? Back to the number I took a picture of. It's a heck of a long time to try to hold this price. Yep, we still got a lot of time left here with us, folks. I'm telling you right now. I want you to know something else. As I said, I've been loading up a lot of videos on YouTube, and I just got a big surprise, and I just put it up again here on the top. This pinned message right here. Look at that. And here it is right here. Hopefully you can see it. And it'll be easier to see if I put it over here. Troy Boy Playboy is undisputed king cat of the day. His mind-blowing contribution cast him into the top, right, of the bottom. Okay? Cheers to him, almighty cat king. And his contribution last night was enough to make me question him. I wrote him back and said, "Did you make a mistake?" I did. I seriously did. He knows it too. I did. So I'm just showing you that we've got some real love, and people are appreciative of what my efforts are here, and I guess they're making some money on these highs and lows that I'm telling them to get in and out. And I've got these guys fairly well figured out. And so now look at it climbing right on back up. And it's going to go over 13,088 to 13,092 or 3 before they pull it back to 88 again. And this, again, we can just keep doing this over and over and over on earnings day. But, folks, I want to tell you something. You can be prepared. You know, people say, well, what's going to happen on earnings day? I don't really know what's going to happen on earnings day. I can tell you what I think is going to happen. It's going to be chaotic. It's going to be crazy. I think we can see 50-cent swings, $1 swings, even within the hours. Within the hours, I seriously do. And I want you to look at the NASDAQ, folks. It's got a huge cup and handle here. All accumulation, and just now you can see the volume starting to pick up right now. Look at that candlestick right there. See it? It's just starting to pick up the volume on the NASDAQ one-day chart. And we're just at 220, folks. See this? Increasing here, volume climbing, getting bigger. Look at all those. Look at all these sequential short attacks. Bam, 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 like on a time clock. I'm serious, like automatic orders placed on a time clock, this looks like. 140, 143, 145. Let me guess, 147, 149. How do you like that, folks? And look at the greens in between. Odd numbers. They love odd numbers as well. Odd numbers. Bam. 145, 147, 149. Someone popped it in. That's good. Beat them that time. Odd number. 153, 155, 157. You see that? 2 o'clock. Now they're on even ones. 202. Here we go. And then it starts to rise, and it's starting to break over here. Here they come. Wham, 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 wham. You know, throwing away all these shares. Look at that. At 10:20, at 10 on today's day, at 209, folks. Look at how many shares were traded right there. Hold on. I'll get it. Oh my gosh, please. Why don't they want me to show you anymore? Oh. The volume pops up for a second. 4 million. Look right here. 5.58 million at 211. How much was it there? Golly, why don't you want me to show this, people? 5.65 million at 212. At 216. 5.55 million, huh? The next minute, 5.97 million. Look at the volume, 6.91. And then 8.11. Look at the crossover right here, folks. Watch this with me. Watch this with me here. She's taking off. There she goes. It is time. There it is. Let me take a picture of this. I'm going to take a picture of this, people. I am indeed. Look at that. Holy smokes. Here we go. Everybody, come on into the tank. Watch them start pouring over here going, what's going on with this dang thing? Whoa. That is one heck of a nice looking chart. Oh my gosh. I actually got to clean up my screen a little bit. I can't. Oh my gosh. I want to have this be a nice picture when the time comes. Hold on, folks. This could get crazy with the screen, what you're going to see me do. Maybe I shouldn't even do it on this screen. Hold on. Let me pull this. Give me a minute, folks. We're going to mess around with the screen a little bit. Let me get this done. Oh, darn. Oh, man. Come on, baby. Here we go. All right, hold on a minute. This is going to get weird. This screen's going to maybe do some weird stuff here. I don't know. All right. All right. Okay, let's put this back over now. And I got some water droplets that haven't quite dried yet. But folks, this is going to be a nice shot to have on my screen. Oh, come on, baby. Sorry about that. Told you it was going to possibly get a little bit wild. But look right there. Okay, I'm taking pictures of this. Oh, man, don't do that on me. They don't want me to take a picture. Look at that chart right now. Oh, my gosh. Watch it, folks. Watch it go here. This is convergence big time. Don't be surprised to see it take off from this. Oh my gosh, this is the NASDAQ right now? Are you kidding me? Wow. I got to get in on this too. I'm going to take pictures of them side by side. Do you see all that volume coming in there? Look at that. My gosh, people, the NASDAQ's popping right now. Oh. And I'm going to take a picture of this. My goodness gracious, what do you know? What happened to all the scare tactics and all the fear and intimidation and all that? Where'd it go? Just went out the window? Something happened right here? What happened? What happened at 222? Who picked that number? Oh! Oh! Photograph being taken again. Yes, sir. Right there, folks. Look at that. I'm going to refresh this page because I don't have the candlestick at the bottom. I'm going to take another picture. Goodness gracious sakes alive. We got them. Everything's exploding, people. Here we go. Please get some shares right now. Please pick up a few shares here right now. All right. This is where you need to be getting in. One day, folks, I'm going to have pictures of this. And this is when this is when it all started. And it could be right now. Right now. This is the time. There's no other place I'd rather be than right here in your presence, everybody, all of you. I will be buying more here. Oh, yeah. Take the cheese. Take the cheese, people. Look at that massive buy-in right there. Maybe they're looking at this chart too. Maybe they're looking at this chart too. Goodness gracious, great balls that jump out of your skin. Man. Man, oh man. I'm loving this, people. I gotta tell you. Oh, that'll make a good picture there too. I sure wish I could get that daggum Yahoo label to get off there. It's just, there it is. That's what I want right there. That picture. The day that we started going green. What do you say, everybody? Well, I got another one of those at the $4.66 price. This is absolutely fabulous seeing this. And why I'm taking the picture is because I know it. I know it is. Something just tells me, man, gut feeling here, folks. I don't know what it is. Catfish is calling it here. Look at the NASDAQ. What in the heck, people? Look at the 10-day moving average, the purple line on that chart. Goodness gracious, great balls will jump out of here. Who's coming in on this? All those that have been running it down on the scares of the bond yield finally decided to turn it the other way. Folks, you probably know they must have had, I know there's a lot of big earnings that were coming out today, and maybe Meta just came out, or what, Amazon. Look at this market. My gosh. What's going on? Somebody help me out. Let's get over here. Put this down here. Mopar, off the subject. All right, I got to find out what's going on here. Hold on. Hold on, everybody. Google. Oh, well, I don't need this. I'll just go here to this main page. Something's going on right now. Look at the price going up. And somebody's going to be green with me that bought this morning. Ron did. Yeah, Ron, here we go, baby. From 2:30 on, they decided to make that 2:22 to be exact. Golly. Oh my gosh, look at this NASDAQ going off. What is the big news? Here we go. GM spells out toll of strikes as UAW targets a key. What the world? Stocks rise as earnings flood in with big techs on deck. That was already said this morning. Surprise quarterly profit inflections for Spotify. Market signals are very loud and very mixed. Folks, somebody got a call. One of these companies is about to put out a good numbers, and they already know they've been tipped off. That's my call right now, here and now, at what's happening. You know, I don't know that for sure, but surprising that I don't see any news already, right, everybody? But it's no surprise to me. There we go. Dadgummit, everyone. Who called that with looking at these charts, everybody? Man, are we going to make some money now? All the downgrade baloney malarkey is over now, folks. I want you to be aware of. Look at this thing going up. Look at it going up. Now the question is, how are they going to stop it? What's the volume level? Have they used 13 million already? 18 million already, folks. Cha-ching! This is craziness. Crazy cool. And look at what time it was. Wow. 2:22. 2:22. Huh. Somebody had a figure. Somebody wanted to do something. I don't know. Somebody got a call. That's what I'm telling you. Somebody has gotten a call in advance of these earnings, on a company's earnings. That's my guess. I don't know. Wouldn't be surprised, though, right now to see the news come out. You guys, J-Rod, 24 minutes ago, banks are guaranteed 5% savings account rates into 2024. Well, no wonder. J-Rod, thank you so much. All right. Hey, you guys, don't forget to hit the like button. We've only got 11 likes. I had my feed cut off. I had over 190 views on the last one, and now I'm back to 91 again already. But man, come on, hit the like button. Yep. J-Rod, 24 minutes ago, banks are guaranteeing 5% savings account raises into 2024. All right. Boom, 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 everybody. I am curious how they're going to stop this from going up now. They sure have every day, though, but not today. Today's the beginning of a change. J. Rod said it was on Market Watch, everybody. Guess what? Brand new strings. Sofi, how high will you fly? I think it's time to buy before it goes to the sky. Sofi, Sofi, I think I love you, but I wanna know for sure. Come on, you gotta put up a fight till you get out of sight. Oh, gonna play the guitar as it flies. Well, everybody gonna come around and start to buy. Can't hold down so high. Sofi, we got lots of people that are here on this channel right now. Oh, they're hanging out to watch the price keep rising. Oh, so please don't let us down. Sofi, you make this price fly. Oh, look up there in the sky. There goes the shovel called Sofi. Oh, yeah. That's right. We're going to play up the price right on up, folks. Watch it go just like we're seeing. What's Rubicon? Whoa, nice. I told you to buy this at $1.64, everybody, yesterday. Yes, yes, yes. I think it was yesterday or day before. Doesn't matter. I told you when it was there. And what's going to stop this price from going higher now? Huh? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Here we go. Oh, I told you this. I mentioned this a couple times before, so I'm going to mention it now. Just give me a second here. I said I think it's time, ladies and gentlemen, for something to change. I got some lyrics here. All right, hold on. Oop, there we go. All right. Let the good times roll. Let them rock you around. Let Sofi start to roll. No, there's no holding her down. You can rock it, I don't care. I gotta figure out this chords first. All right. Let's try it again. Let the good times roll. Let them rock you around. And let them try this. Let them lead you up in the air. And let them watch you rock and roll. Yeah, let the good times roll. Oh, let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Let them let the beat show. Let them say what they want. They want to buy some Sofi. They downgrade it, but it won't go down. Let them good times roll. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. I have to work out that. I just pulled it up over here, folks, on the chart. And I don't know the lyrics. I don't have them memorized. But hey, fun stuff. There you go. Let the good times roll. And that's for us. Let them roll with us because we deserve it. Right, everybody? Heck yeah. Your price isn't updating. Well, let's update it now. Oh, yeah. What are we doing? Well, I see 736, and I don't know why it's not updating my screen. What does the time say? 740. All right. Thanks for letting me know. I'm not sure what would be the reason for that, but boom, goodbye to that, and boom, goodbye to that. All right. Kind of makes you wonder why you'd have two more institutions selling the positions when this thing's about to go. Your price isn't updating. Monsters. Oh, NVM. NVM. Never mind. Okay, got it. It might have been he hadn't refreshed his page. But anyway, hey, folks, I know we're having a good time here while we're going to play the price up. Some people always have mentioned to me, and Tyler, why don't you get out the guitar? Because we need this thing to fly, man. So why not? Let's just play some. Strong earnings reports are coming in. Strong earnings reports coming in. As the NASDAQ goes, so goes us. Look at this NASDAQ chart now, everybody. Take a look, see. Look at that baby. Try a little tiny head fake, and off she goes. Man, oh man. Up over 13.1. And we didn't even stop at 13.113, folks. We blew right past that today. Right on up she goes. No more 13.113 monkey business, it looks like. And look at the price it's up, 99.13. Oh my gosh. Gonna break 100 right now while I ring the bell, right? Here we go. Come on, baby, right on up. We're almost there. Cha-ching. Whoa. Cha-ching. Up over 100 today. Nice. Who would have ever thunk it? There it goes. Right on up, people. Fast. Blew away that number, 13.113. That's one heck of a beautiful looking chart. Just like this Sofi one is, right? Watch them start coming in on us like crazy here, mad this afternoon, and run this thing up in the 8s and even higher, possibly, while we're doing a live feed. I hear you, Mopar. That's why I'm breaking out the guitar. Said I ain't got nothing. You know I ain't got nothing new. I just lost my wife. I guess I'll have to drink my wine with you. Hey, you keep saying keep partying, partying. You keep saying keep partying, partying. I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing new. I ain't got nothing. Said I ain't got nothing new. I went down to the pub to have a pina colada. Told my power away, could be. Had to pay $100. You keep saying keep partying, partying. You keep saying keep partying, partying. I ain't got nothing. Said I ain't got nothing new. up, everybody. Here we go. Oh, let's go, Sofi. Climb higher for us. Let's go, Sofi. Right on through the sky. Here you go. All right, that ought to do it. That ought to push us right on up. Right, everybody? And then we'll come back at the end of the day, and we're going to play another one, and we're holding that for last. That's Bye Bye Miss American Sofi. Right? That's a classic that we're going to throw some words. Power hour going past 7:50, I predict. Love it. I agree 100%. And I think we're going to see them start coming in now, even before like they did. Oh, my gosh. Thank you for all the hearts and the loves and the smiles, everybody. I love it. All your comments are fantastic. I give you all the kudos in the world. I want you to know, folks, I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw the gift that was given by Troy Boy today. Folks, it was amazing. It brought tears, literally tears to my eyes. And that was last night that it came in late. My phone went a little ding, and I went, huh, the heck's this? Somebody's getting a hold of me. Huh? Cha-ching for the Catfish King today, Troy Boy Playboy. Wow. And look at us going up more now. Here we go. Hey, did anybody buy any with me at 7:30 just a little bit ago? 7:29? Anybody at all buy with me? Anybody out there? All right, so now we got to add up how many shares I've got. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 70. 13,715 shares, folks. 13,715 shares. I am waiting impatiently. Very patiently, biding my time, watching the price as it slowly does climb. Workouts, does anyone think SoFi will hit 16 Monday? I think it could because it's a target for several different analysts. I know BTIG had that number 16. I know Andrew Jeffries had that number at 16. And probably one of the most in-depth articles I've ever seen written about SoFi. And it's not like one of those typical Zacks or Motley Fool, all right? This guy right here, folks, I highly recommend you get over to this guy's article right here, James Ford. Okay? First, we're going to go tip ranks. Find out what his ratings are as an analyst. Because what does he know? Oh, my God, he's got 5 stars. See that? Bam, there he is. Here he is right here. He's in the top. Look at him. He's 68% profit. That's no David Chio's pansy, folks. This guy knows how to. Look at his average return, 30% gainers. This guy knows what he's talking about. All right, folks? He's rated number 1,513 out of 27,000. All right? He's in the top 5%. All right? This guy knows what he's talking about. I'm showing you this right now because it's important. Katrina for the workouts. Thanks. Yes, you got it. No problem. I do, and I'm going to show you why I think it'll hit 16 Monday in just a second. But let me show you this article link. James Ford, and then I want you to change your search from that to see how good he is to put in Seeking Alpha, and then put SoFi, Bank of the Future. There it is. Folks, read this article right here. Don't waste any time reading anybody else's fuddy-duddy, bull-blony, crock of bull. This right here, folks, this article will rock your world when you see what they're doing in the industry. And I'm just going to blaze through this, but I'm going to tell you right now, he already believes from all this data that he puts together, his valuation implies a fair value of $20. All right. James Ford, the one I just showed you, with a great record and great gains. All right. Here's why he thinks it's so good. He shows you everything about this company in this article. Absolutely everything, people. You need to read all this. It's very in depth. He shows all their income. And look at the similarity of everything chart that he showed you, folks. This is kind of interesting. Hurricane Lopez presents Un Poco Mas. This is the way to do it. You check up on the analyst. You do your homework. This is why you go to Catfish. Listening while I work. Keep fighting the good fight. Ho! Ho! Danny Dill's in the house, everybody. And I know, Danny, you and I have a lot of the same followers because I was on your channel that night and everybody was there. I know a lot of my people were there with you. And I've told a lot of people about you, Hurricane. Right? Hey, I got a question for you, Hurricane. Si yo hablar español como ustedes, tú comprendes que todos que yo diga es solamente un poquito. Okay? Let's see what he says. Because he starts every one of his shows welcome and good day and welcome. There's something along those lines. And welcome and hello and welcome. And I'm here to give you un poco más, which is the same thing I do, except yo are here to give you muchos más información de esta compañía aquí. Okay? Sofi es la gigante banco. En la futura puedo launch into the yo pienso the top 10 bancos in el mundo, okay? So I'm speaking a little Spanish because I know he says un poco. So yo tengo una pregunta por ustedes. ¿Hablar español muy bueno, muy fuerte o solamente un poco? Dígame, por favor, if you understand. And if he doesn't answer, then I'll know no, he doesn't know what I'm saying at all. But look at that, folks. He's here and he's listening. Maybe he doesn't even have a computer. But thanks, brother. I used to speak Spanish well when I was younger, both study and school, and just being around Mexican folks so much. Time my Spanish has become bad, but I can't understand you. I think it says it can or can't. Let me see. Let me just put a thumbs up here. Hold on a second, and then I'll know, King. And then I'll go like this, boom, like that. So what it says, but I can understand it. Ah, bueno. See, catfish, you might not know this about catfish, is that I lived in Haiti when I was a child, and I still speak Creole. Commencer à parler Creole avec maintenant, pas comprendre même samedi parce que pas connaître dans Haïti comme moi-même, mon ami. All right? So that's Creole for you, and I speak that very, very fluently as English. And it's like a second. Look at Sofi here going off the charts. And I told you that it wasn't going to stay here, folks. And they're already coming in early leading. They're leading the wagon already. They're starting to circle the wagons, and they're starting to make their run. And this is the day it's going to happen on. You just missed some guitar playing, Hurricane. I don't know if you got to hear me playing any of my music. But yeah, you entiendes conmigo. Sí. Now, I also have some background in French because obviously living in Haiti, that's their national language. So, si il y a quelqu'un qui parle français, je peux parler français avec toi aussi. Et je dis merci beaucoup pour vous être avec moi ici aujourd'hui pour la leçon que je viens ici de dire pour tout le monde qui est assis ici avec moi maintenant. So there you go, a little bit of French for you too, folks. Si tu parles français, tu peux dire quelque chose dans le chat area pour moi, s'il te plaît. All right, and there you go. Just having a little fun traversing into something else because here I like to provide more than just information on this stock, but the entire market in a whole. And look at the NASDAQ chart here. I want to show you this, Danny. This is one of the things I've been showing people. Look at our chart right now on this stock. since this triple upside crossover occurred, started at 230 to 3, magnally coming in. I'm going to zoom in on this so tú puedas mirar todos so you can see everything. All right. And by the way, I mess up some words that I don't know if they're male or female. I don't know that crap. But I do know this. Look at this triple upside crossover on today's chart. And Danny, it started with this. Somebody bought 1.2 million at 2:27 p.m. And just now, someone else came on in and bought about $800,000 at 2:47. That's prior to 3. So they're coming on in before the power hour. All right. Just the way I think. Could be wrong. Je vois que tu parles un petit peu français aussi. Mes amis. What an intelligent individual this guy is. And proof of his intelligence and his linguistic skills is also his investment in this stock, Sofi. And I'm telling you right now, he is a king cat along with Terry Grant, with Sean Shaw, with N. Clark, other big swinging cats here that come in here to this channel that own as much as 100,000 shares. And so I know one of them owns over 50,000, and there's big numbers, big heavy catfish here. And why? Because they love the kind of information that I'm showing everybody. I'm not done. About this article by this guy here, James Ford, here's the most exciting part. This part here, I'm going to zoom in on. This is showing you the mega banks checking accounts. Percentage of new checking accounts opened by the type of institution. The mega banks have lost 24%. They were rated at 24%, now only 17%. They've lost 7% of their checking accounts. The regional banks have gone from 27% of all checking to 21%. They've lost 6%. Huh. The community banks have picked up a little bit of that by getting a gain of 1%. But not the credit unions. They're dropping too. Credit unions down 1%. And these numbers, folks, are from 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023. So you're seeing the last 4 years down. Look at the digital banks have gone from 36% of the market, which was better than anybody else already, to 47 now. That's the trend, people. That's the trend, the money flow, the deposits, the checking accounts. Folks, it's a lot of money. It says here, SoFi's market share quadrupled to 4%, while Wells Fargo's share dropped by more than half to 3.5%. That's what Noto means when he says, I'm stealing away shares. I'm stealing away from the big banks. That's critical, folks. And every one of these things, this company, in terms of valuation, the best case scenario DCF model, alpha spread shows SoFi could be worth close to $26. And now you all know why I have sale orders in through the 11s, through the 12s, through the 13s, 14s, 15s for earnings day, 16s, 17s, 18s, 19s, 20s, all the way up to $27, because I don't know what's going to happen. Honestly, don't. I could be very, very surprised, and every one of you could too. But don't get surprised like I did on Rubit, RBT. Look at it now. Holy cow, did you buy this with me yesterday, folks, at 164? Whoa! I told you it was going to go back over $2 and it would be done within a week. Now, what? I'm not a financial advisor. I make no absolute guarantees, but I've shown you on the charts, and I want you to look at this Rubicon Technologies closely, because look at the 6-month chart. I told you people to buy this, or suggested. I never tell anybody to do anything. In May, at the same time I was telling you about SoFi, when I started talking about SoFi, mid-May, look where the price was. Down here at $3, $2.50. It jumped all the way to $13. So why? Because 80 46% of the shares of this stock are owned by insiders, and 63% of the shares of this stock are owned by institutions. And we only have statistically showing here volume and keeping shares outstanding. SoFi has 690 something million shares outstanding. Look at how many shares this company has outstanding only. 34 million. Folks, 34 million shares outstanding. And I pointed this out to everybody in May that the insiders were holding all this, and so are the institutions. Now Yahoo doesn't even show you that anymore. They took it off. They don't want you to see that, see? They got NA, which means not available for your eyes. All right? But if you go back to my first videos in May and watch them, I was talking about RBT then. Many of you bought with me, and then you notified me when it took off, and I got over there and went, dang, we got to sell this. But the fact was I already had it selling because I had my orders in. I learned my lesson on COSM years ago. I learned my lesson on COSM. I had this stock that I had 5,000 shares of, and I'm going to show you right now what happened. And unfortunately, I didn't have all my orders already in like I've got them in on SoFi, because I'm going to show you what happened to this stock 1 year ago. Look where the price was, where I had 5,000 shares, 12 cents, 13 cents, 14 cents. One single day, it went to $23. 23.01 was the high that day. And I had 5,000 shares, and I didn't have my sale orders in up to that high. I had no idea or clue it would go anywhere near that from the change, right? But this is why you're going to put your orders in today, I hope, for SoFi in these high teens and up through the 20s, even 30s. I don't care. What you're doing, folks, is you're tying up those shares so that they cannot be borrowed by the shorts at the brokerage. The fewer shares out there, the better for all of us. We don't want them to be able to borrow your shares. You don't want them to be able to borrow your shares to beat us down with, do you, every day? So tie them up. Put your sell orders in, folks. I'm not what I'm talking about here. If every single retail buyer who owns SoFi shares and all had sell orders in the 20s and 30s, man, I'm telling you, the shorts would be crap out of luck. All right. So I showed you that one, but I had my orders in as the price shot up, folks. Let me just tell you what happened on this day. I had it, and it went from 13 to 60 something cents, and then it stopped. Came back on, and it was at $6, people. It had gone up 100%. I'm like, what? They halted it again, and I started loading in my orders at 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s. I'm doing it real fast. Next thing I know, the thing opens back up. They all filled. Bam! And they halted it again around $12. I'm like, shit! So I put in more, higher. See, because the secret thing that I tell you, never go in heavy to start. You keep nibbling on your way up, and you go out the same dang way, people. You go out in increments. 50 shares there, 100 there, 50 there, 20 there, 50 there, up and up and up and up, and then it runs up that tower. All right? I hope you're enjoying this and learning from it. And I saw somebody told me earlier they've already got their orders in place, and they should. Because of a day like this that could happen on any announcement of SoFi. If they not announced a share buyback, and that's what happened on this COSM, they had actually announced a reverse 1 for 20 for 1 or 1 for 20, one way or the other. And everybody liked the idea of the shares getting so unavailable, and they just shot the price up. You can go back to that date, not December 12th, COSM, and see what happened, what was the cause. But I think it was let's just do it. We got nothing else to do. December 12th, 2022. What are we doing now on price over here? Oh, she looks good. December 12th, 2022, comma, and then we're going to put in COSM stock news. There it is. What note? Cosm stock is on the move Friday. Healthcare company undergoes a name change and a 1 for 25 reverse stock split today. Kaboom! What if Anthony Noto came out of did something like that? You'd crap your pants if you got 1 for every 25 shares you got. But look what it did to the price. Isn't that insane, people? Of course, it's gone right back down since, but in that one day, it went from change to 23.01 and back down to about $8 by the end of the after hour session, because I was there watching. And I learned my lesson. Don't just buy a bunch of shares and sit on them. Put your sell orders in. All the way up. Tie them all the way up. You don't know how dang high or any time it'll do that, folks. I'm telling you now. Just do it. Please. It ain't going to hurt you to do it. It doesn't cost anything to do it. And by the way, those GTC don't really mean good till canceled. They have a term on them, which I think is like 90 days. So every once in a while, I have to go back in and put them in again. So there you go, folks. Learning something right there, huh? And I want you to read this article by James Ford, folks. Look at every single one of these charts that they show on this stock. It's just insane. Nothing but growing. Look at that right there chart when it took off at 1170. Yeah, folks. Hey, thank you, Charlie, for being here and letting me know that. Yep, we've got a power hour headed our way, I call it. Un poco más, Renaissance, très bien. Hey, Danny, are you still there? I want to know if you're still there, because I want to show you something else that's pretty crazy. Of course, I always show people the craziest stuff. But and this is a real breakdown, a real interesting thing that I'm going to show you if you're still here. So if you let me know, I'll show you, because I don't think you've seen me present this to people before. But it's pretty interesting to see. And oh, heck. If you let me know you're here, I'll follow through with this. If you don't, that's okay. But I want you to see something that's pretty amazing. I just think it's crazy, insane almost. It's almost hard to believe it when you see what I'm about to show you. If you're there, I know you're at work and you got me playing in the background, and you might not be able to respond because you got to stop working and go over and say something or whatever. But I've shown a lot of these viewers this already. But I think it's pretty crazy. And I think, yeah, very good. Manny's weight loss up nurse. Yeah, hello, Manny. Hello, Manny. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the bottom. With Catfish and all the Catfish clanners. And I want you to see, folks, we've had 133 views since I came up an hour and a half ago, or an hour ago. I had my show cut off this morning early. I had like 300 views this morning. And then they cut it off, my signal. I don't know what happened, lost it, had to come back on. Now I've got another 130. There's a lot of people interested in this stock, people. People are just, it's one of the most researched stocks on the market today. Trending stock, Sofi. It's very trending right now. So I haven't seen anything yet here back from Manny, from my friend Danny Deals, which is Hurricane Lopez. But folks, you got to go over to his channel because he throws it out there. He's very investigative and he's very informative, and I love his shows. I watch every one of his postings every day. And so just like many of you watch me every day, I know. And I want you to be aware of something going on here, folks. Don't worry about any manipulative move on our stock, because look at the NASDAQ right now. Look at that NASDAQ chart. Beautiful. As does the NASDAQ, so does we. 13, 119, 14. And folks, if you don't think there's going to be an effort to hold that 13, 113, 13, you're wrong. They will, right? They do it on every single level, people, every level. It doesn't matter. But instead, here we are, power hour, and we're going right on off. We're watching the NASDAQ only because, as I've already proven to everyone here, as the NASDAQ does, so does Sofi. All right? Watch these numbers that they use. 13,166 here. Danny, I tell people these numbers to sell at. There's one of them. I tell them to sell at 54 instead of 55. All right? I tell them to sell at 76 instead of 77. It's interesting to watch these numbers keep coming up. Right? I tell them to sell at 87 because they won't get to 88 a lot of times. I tell them to sell at 30 because I'll take it back from there. I tell them to sell at 97. I've changed that now to 96. It's kind of interesting how you watch this NASDAQ and they use the same numbers that I tell you to sell at often, And so I show you this for a reason, people. All right, and I know there's a lot of numbers changing in between them, but they're showing you the ones they want you to see. Look at that, 88. I tell you to sell at 87. Right, people? I tell you here, there's another number they like, 33. They like that. All right, so now you've seen it. And all you can see here is the NASDAQ is climbing right on up here this afternoon. It's going right on up. Looks beautiful. And SoFi is following suit. Look at how they look the same, those charts. Interesting, huh? That's amazing. You got from here on the NASDAQ down, and then a little lunchtime low, comes back up, and lunchtime takedown. Then it recovers. Well, here's the SoFi chart. They look similar. Down and then goes across. But are those the same chart? Down and draws across. Boom. They sure do look like it, don't they? They sure do look the same. And I've noticed this, and that's why I bring it to your attention. Don't pay attention if they start coming up after us to the downside when you see the whole NASDAQ moving up, because they can see that too, and that's exactly why they're trying to drive it down one last time before one last gasp, one last final effort, because they can see the whole NASDAQ and they try it on us, and then it's done, and off we go. Right with the NASDAQ. Man, Danny Deals. If you're listening, I don't know if you are, but everybody else will probably enjoy this too, okay? What have we been hearing has been bearing on the market lately? A lot. They've been telling us over the last 2 to 3 weeks that not only are interest rates not being raised, that they ran the price down on the whole market since that was announced, but they've been telling us the reason for the fall is because of bond yields rising, the 10-year treasury rising. That's what they're saying is the cause for the pressure to the downside on the stock market. So, Danny, you know how I am. I'm a very investigative type of person as well. So I went to Google and I typed in bond yields, 10-year treasury chart. Curious to see what that was looking like after the 10 years. And I found it and I said, all right, what's this 10-year chart showing me? I went to the 1 year. I did not 10 year. I don't want 10 year. I want 1 year. Search. There we go. And we're looking for a chart. On Y charts, what do we find about the 10-year treasury? Well, I'm going to show them the 1 year treasury. Look at this, Danny, and everybody else. All right. The market's going down because of bond yields, right? Well, let's go to the NASDAQ and look at the last year. Here we go, right here. And here's what you need to understand, everyone. When was the 10-year bond, treasury bond, at its lowest? This year. Right after March the 9th, it got spanked all the way down to there, March 17th, the lowest, the 10-year treasury for the year. All right. What happened then with the yield rising since then up through May and June, with the yield climbing into July? That must have been killing the market, right? because as they're telling you, as the bond yield rises and increases and went over 5% this week, that's why there's so much pressure on the stock market and why it's falling and faltering. Let me show you the correlation between bond yields being the low in March, April, and May, all the way up through, and the NASDAQ since then too. Well, here's the 1-year chart, and here's March. Does the NASDAQ look like it's been dropping since March, April, May, June, up through July to you on bond yields while they were going up? Anybody? Huh? No, absolutely not. So this is one of the reasons you're on this channel, because, see, I can read through all the BS that they try to throw at you on NASDAQ's Yahoo main page, and them trying to put the pressure on us. Yes, Anand Patel. No, that's right. The whole time, bond yields from March, April, and May were rising, rising, rising. That should have been killing the market, because they're telling you that's the reason it's gone down all the last 2 weeks, right? Folks, these people are lying to you. Well, I shouldn't say that. I don't like the word lying. These people are not being forthwith. They're not being completely honest, right? They're been announcing, and you guys know this, what I'm telling you is the truth. Go back and look at the headlines day after day about why the NASDAQ's been getting run down. Danny Dills, that's right, the combo. We're a dangerous combination. And by the way, Danny, if you're still here, many of my members have suggested you and I start doing podcast type thing like the trading fundamentals guys are doing. That's right. Yep, we are. Thank you very much, UK Echo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. He's congratulating us both, Lopez. All right, Mr. Lopez. Muchos gracias, mi amigo, UK Echo. Meanwhile, the NASDAQ has gone from 100 up to 126 up in 15 minutes, people. What do you think SoFi is going to do? Whoa! Cha-ching! I want to know, anybody that just bought with me about 30 minutes ago at 7:30, turn around. Good analysis on treasuries up in the market. Yep. Thank you. Yeah, turn around. See, I don't let these headlines that Yahoo keeps throwing out there indiscriminately to make you be confused, to make you confused. I'm here to clear it all up for you. And by the way, the reason I started this channel partly was because I was inspired by the guy there you just said, Danny Deals. And why I did was because he pointed out to me, and he's the first that I found out through, about that downgrade by the guy, David Chia Pansy. He called him out first. And I said, I'm going to echo his call. And I started my channel, the SoFi channel, the next day. Right? Thank you, Danny. And since then, I've gained 700 subscribers who all want to know more about the stock and learn the cool stuff I'm showing them every day. That's right. Welcome, all of you guys. Thank you for being here. We're going to make money every single day on this stock, and we're going to make major money on it on earnings day, folks, you and I. Let me get some more water. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Hurricane here talking with us. Let's do this right here. Lopez presents, this is the way to do it. All right, we're going to pin this message now. Troy Boy Playboy is undisputed king cat of the day, and that's no doubt about it, but this is just as highly important, I think, to post this. So, I'm going to leave. We'll get you tomorrow, King Hurricane. But that was one heck of a great thing you did coming on and saying that. And this is a guy who has a lot of subscribers too. And so he sends people over to me, and I'm very grateful for that. Very, very, very grateful. Thank you so much. Because we're all on this together. We're all on this Sofi vessel together. Well, Hurricane, thank you very much, Turn Around, for letting me know what you just said. Y'all too are awesome. Thank you, UKOCO. Now, let me show you something else here. And by the way, here we are in the power hour. Volume now 20 million. Just went over 20 million today. What did we have yesterday for the volume level on historical data? By the way, in case you don't know what this is called here, right here, this is what Tyler wants you to see right here. Hold on. I'll get this out. This is today's chart. Thank you, all 18. Don't forget to hit the like button. We got 14 likes. Let's get this out to everybody, man. We got 143 here since 12 noon. 143 people coming by here since 12 noon. And we had about 300 this morning. I started up another broadcast after lunch. I got cut off. I don't know what happened. But I want you to all see something here. All right, everybody's tuned in. Now you're looking at your screen. In the trading market, what you're seeing here, starting this morning, yesterday, this was yesterday. This morning you saw, what's this right here called? That's called a cup and handle. A long-term cup and handle. And if I discussed with you, the longer the price stays at 1 penny, fluctuating back and forth, that is to our advantage, because that's called consolidation and capitulation, right? So, off this cup and handle, what happened? Right here at 7:52 p.m. last night, some people, and then this morning, boom, off it went. So we come across here. Look right here. What do you got? A cup and handle. That was this morning in the pre-market at 8:05. They started hitting us right at 8. Someone pulled the trigger. Price was at 7.41 in the pre-market this morning. Bam, they ran it down to 7.33 right before at 8:21. But that was the cup formation, folks, because then came the handle, right? And right off this handle, they gave you a fake down to the 200-day moving average line where we bought. We bought right there, some of us. But many of us were buying already this morning right here, right when it opened. Congratulations if you bought with me down here at 7:27 this morning in the very early market. I wasn't even up yet then. I just had some things to dream about. But what I'm dreaming about now is no dream, because I want you to right now look at the top part of this chart that I'm showing you right here, right now. Focus your eyes in here. See this chart right here after this drop, and then this handle formed on this cup and handle here? They scared us down to the 200 and wham, off it went. What does this chart formation look like right here compared to what you're seeing right here? Right here. Look at that. Flat line for a long time. Flat line, flat line, flat line. Then the drop, and then they go. The drop and to the 200-day, and then the pop. All right? And now, guess what we got over here as we zoom in? We've got another flat line that lasted, folks, from 2:30 all the way to 3. The power hour started. They came at it, didn't they? They tried to flush us out. And now look at the pop. I'm not the only one looking at this chart, people. Others can see this, all right? And they start coming in when they see it too. Okay, they do. If you don't believe what I'm saying, then let's look at the chart right now. We'll refresh the page. See, one thing that I'm like, and Hurricane is too. Oh yeah, look at the price now, folks. We like to look at charts. And we use charts to tell people stuff. Oh my goodness, zooming in on that stuff. Sweet mother. So, the reason that you just saw that little drop before this pop in the power hour, right there at 319, somebody dumped $1 million worth at 319 just then. 6 minutes ago, and the price is still climbing after dumping $1 million worth, people. Look at that. There's that big red candlestick right there trying to knock it back because they saw this crossover and went, "She's she's going higher, people. Please buy more." I don't care if you buy 2 shares right now, 5 shares, 10 shares, doesn't matter. I guess we didn't have Danny stay here with us too long, but maybe he is still there listening. He says he's at work listening, so. But I got news for you, folks. This NASDAQ chart, it's popping. Let's go to the 1 day. Look at that. Hey, gorgeous.
Hey, I just wanted to let you know that I just got gas at Costco for $3.19 a gallon.
Oh, yeah. Crude oil's down today again, down all the way down to $83.
That's awesome. So I was going to get it in town at $3.25, which is cheaper than anywhere else because everywhere else is like $3.49 and we're up. And so I decided, well, I'll just stop at Costco and it's $3.19.
By the way, honey, since you came into the channel a picture this morning in the background, I had 17 subscribers come in today, so you better come over here and give me more time. I'm kidding, honey.
Give you more attention?
Yeah, baby, we get that. We get my honey pot on here looking that good, and we're gonna get a lot of views, lots of likes, and lots of subscriptions.
Well, if that's the only way I can spend time with you, I might just do that.
All right, everybody. What do you think of the missus coming in here and spicing up the channel a little bit, flavor it up a little bit? You guys wouldn't mind that, would you? Let's see if we see any.
I don't know a dang thing about stocks, so I guess I have to learn too.
You see, listen to this, guys and gals. My wife telling me she doesn't know a dang thing about stocks when she sits here listening to me hours on end, educating all of you, hopefully. Whoa, look at this thing going. Rob Park.
You know what? I probably pick it up like I do Spanish and speak different languages to me. I probably do know more than I give myself credit for.
You do. You do know more. You do know. You know where to buy and sell. Anyway, I want you to. All right. So listen, we got somebody just said, I bought 340 shares in the hope of hitting that $22 that person's report speculated. Yep. And I agree. So good for you for picking those shares up, my friend, because look at the NASDAQ going right on up this afternoon. And I've already said it, folks. As the NASDAQ does, so does Sofi. And look at that. Look at that chart. They look identical. Man, oh man, oh man. Lordy, how they going to stop this thing now? It's getting out of control on them, I do believe. Look at how many shares we're up to. Very nice. So how do you like that? 1 year treasury. Oh my God, it's crazy. And by the way, I shouldn't do that because they were actually saying, and I just made a mistake there, I'm sorry. They were saying that it was a 10-year treasury. All right? But let's go see what the 10-year treasury is doing since then. 10-year treasury chart. It's the same dang thing. 10-year treasury note was down in April, just like the 1 year was. There we go. 10-year Treasury note. Folks, the 10-year Treasury note, all from 2019 through COVID, fell like a rock, and that's what killed the banks. Killed the banks. They couldn't cover their notes. Man, they got in trouble. Not SoFi, though, people. But I want you to pay attention that the 10-year Treasury note going up right now has the NASDAQ following right with it all the way since May, right here, May, June, July, all going up, and so are we. So it's the same thing either way. Glad that's the way it was. All right, glad I discovered that. Back to SoFi. How high are we now? Oh, don't worry, folks. We're going higher. Oh, yeah, and many of you may already know this, but I had said to you, we're going to slowly go up about 2 to 3% every day. Getting paid tomorrow, I bought 124. Victor Vong I've never seen Victor. Everybody, welcome Victor to the catfish tank. Victor Vong, welcome, my friend. And we all appreciate your being here. All the other cats that are here, and we've had about 450 here today because 300 was this morning at the lunchtime break. I had 300, and then I stopped the program, or someone did. And when I came back on this afternoon, we've had another 150 since 1 o'clock. We got a lot of people wanting to know about SoFi right now. We appreciate you being here, and we're going to put in right here that take this away, and we're just going to give you a little hello there. All right. And since we're a king catfish, here's the catfish signal. That's a catfish in case you didn't know. All right, and there you go. Enter and welcome. Yes, you're very welcome. Yep, I show people things like this chart. I show them that what we have happening here is known as, in this morning, starting this afternoon, this is called a triple upside crossover. Thank you for the hearts. When you see a triple upside crossover, that's kind of cool on a one-day chart, right? But look at this 6-month chart. See what happened the last time we had a triple upside crossover of the 300-day green moving average, triple crossover. The price went, folks, from around, right here it was, $5.45. We had a triple crossover, and how much the dang thing go up? To this price right here, $9.74, and that was not true. That was actually $10.13 that day. I know it for a fact because it was the 14th, the 6/14. Come over here, see if I'm right. 6/14. 6/14, May, June 14th. See if I'm right to see how close I am. There it is, 10/23. I was close. But I'm showing you this, folks, so that you can understand what's going on here. All right? On this date, when it hit that right there, and they say 974, what did it bounce off of? I just said it was in the, what price? They had it all the way down to 477. 1023 minus 477 is how much? 10.23 minus 4.77 equals $5.46 pop. $5.46 pop off this move here. Watch it close. A drop down, a cup, a handle that gradually went for a month and a half, a double bottom, a third bottom, off to the races. How similar does that look to what we're looking at right here, right now? right here. Here it comes down, one double bottom, third bottom, and then I say kaboom. Same repeat as we saw right here, everybody. But that trend line of these highs is big. It's up here, see? They stopped it there, stopped it there, stopped it there, stopped it there, stopped it there. And where will they stop it next? My assumption is about right here. $12.77 for the first takedown, and then on off to 13s, and then down, and then 14s, and down, and 16. And then 23 one day, maybe 2 or 3 years down the line. Yep. Looks very good, folks. Looks very promising for a big run. And I want you to see something else, folks. This is very interesting coming up here into the current month. Because what day was it last month in July, August, September, October, 4 months ago? What day was it that they knocked the price to 786? Look at the day, July the 6th, 786. How you like that? Reason I'm showing you to you, because you come up here and you look at August the 6th region. Look where the price was August 8th, 901 and then 880. So you're right about the same time. August, then September, where were we? September 7th, 822. A few days later, we're off to the moon to 879, and then, right? Amazing. Then we come up to October this month, and they hit the low on October 4th, 3 weeks before earning again, just like they did before the July. Because, see, July the 31st was when they did the earnings that it ran up so high, this day right here, July 31st. So where's the price on the early part of July? Right here, 786 on the 6th. Wow. Isn't that amazing, people, what I'm showing you? How coincidental. But here's the key part for you guys to pay attention to. After we got up here to the date, July 13th, Morgan Stanley on this day off that 786, and we were climbing. This day right here, July 13th, look what happened. Morgan Stanley downgrades us. Downgrades the stock on July the 13th right there, people. Do you see that? The company that owned 58 million shares of us, $58 million worth of the stock, downgraded it. Now they don't own 58 million worth. They own over $90 million worth now. All right, so just be aware, the people that ran the price down on the day here from way up here and knocked the crap out of the price was good old Morgan Stanley. They helped found this company, in case you didn't know that in the very beginning. They gave a $60 million line of credit. Sofi. Morgan Stanley, people. You can look it up. If you don't believe me, go put it on Wikipedia. You'll see. But there they knocked it down because they knew it was going to be at this price right here. And they sold it there. No news at all. There wasn't any news. But what they wanted to do was not run it right back down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days to the low on the 6th day, 894. And then 2 days later, bam, up 35%. They're doing the same thing now, folks. They're doing the exact same thing right now. Here it is. Here you go. You can see it. Price was at 808, 826 for a high. And look how many days. 1, 2, 3, 4 days but this time they're going to give themselves more opportunity to run it up. See, last time in July, they didn't do that. They let it get too close to the date. It was 894, 2 days before the earnings on the 31st. They didn't give them enough time to let it run back up. It just popped off on the earnings day. This time they're giving themselves more time to let it run back up. That's what I think they did all this past 2 weeks. They started at us when the price hit this high of $8.73. By the way, I sold that day at $8.72, and I told you guys to sell there too. I sold 2,500 shares at that price, and I told you to sell there too. Right? And then what's going to happen after that? They started at this thing down, 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 right? And they got it down from that price all the way down to 697. And now the turn has started, but not just 2 days before this time. Now we got 5 days. And after today, it'll be 4 days. So see, they've already started working it up, and they've got 4 days now to let it go up instead of just the 2 to get the big pop. They got 4 now to let it go on and up, and they're going to scare out people that are going to, oh my God, what's happening? Oh, this is already starting to go off. I think it's all by design, people. And I think I called it because on Friday, I said, folks, this is going to be it. Next week, we're going to see a very good week and prosper. But on Monday, they're going to come at this thing Monday morning right out of the gate. And I told you guys, get up early. I said it, get up early Monday morning and buy the stock because they're going to come at it early. And they did in the pre-market. 8:30 in the pre-market, the price was at $6.97. All right. You could have bought it at $6.97 right there. This price right here, 8:27 a.m. it was. I know that because I was there. And you can probably guess what I was doing. So it's because I had told everybody I think they're going to give it one last shot on Monday. And then they even tried yesterday a little bit, but man, that was it. Monday morning, they did exactly like I said they would. And now from that price is where they've gone long. And they could take it up to 12 and double their money, won't they, on earnings day? They will. They're going to double their money. Folks, I'm here to tell you now, the hedge funds have been doubling their money on this stock time and time again, in and out, in and out, in and out. Just a second here. Every picture tells a story, folks. And I'm about to show you one right now. All right. I'm going to show you a story right now while we look at the NASDAQ one more time. As the NASDAQ does, so do we. All right. So that's what we're looking at the NASDAQ for. It's up 131 now. We're not done yet. Hold on. I got more to show you here. But to do this, all 26 of you, please hit the like button. Let's get this thing to more people. Terry Grant, I bought some Google stock today. Oh, welcome, Terry. Whoa. Coming in on the G button. The G spot. Hit that like button, everybody. Yes, UK Echo, you're right. All right. Hey, folks, what this I'm going to show you here is probably the biggest disclosure. And I don't think they like whoever the powers are be, that the market makers. I don't think they like me showing you this, but I'm going to show it to you. On 10/31, that's October 31st, last year, a year ago, on earnings, the price was on 10/31, the day before earnings, they announced on 11/1. All right. And I want to do this. Let me just do this. Hold on. I'm not going to see your comments for a minute while I do this. But this is this important to show you. It really is, folks. It is. All right. Here we go. And hopefully you can see this very cleanly, and I'm sure you can because it's right on the display screen. On 10/31, the price was $5.44 a share for the low. The next day, the price earnings came out and they beat the street on 10/31, and the price jumped up to $6.47. You see that? That's a 15% gain, $1.03 up. Now follow along because this is very interesting, folks. Then after that, I'm going to have to change my fingers here and go this way. On 11/9, 8 days later, they had taken the price down $1.53. That's a 23% gain if they shorted it off this high of 647. All right, this high here, if they shorted it there, 23% gain. In 4 days, people, or 8 days. 8 days later. Look at this. 6 days later, it had gone from this price, $4.94, to $6.13, where you should sell it at $6.12 for the high. It was up $1.19. It was up 19% gain. Then from there, on that date and this price, they took it down from $6.13 to $4.24. From 11/15, 3 weeks, $4.24. From $6.13, a 30% drop. Right there, 30% drop, people. See it? Good, I'm glad you do. Then after that drop, it went 2 whole months almost, a month and 3 weeks, and the daggum thing had gone from $4.24 to $8.24. Up how much? Freaking 48% right there, people. 48% gain. Oh my God. Isn't that crazy? By this time, if you had shorted and bought long, you'd be up 138% right now from the beginning on November the 31st through to this point right here, this stage. All right, now, from this price right here, 824 high, it took them how long? From 2.2 to 4.26, 2.5 months, knocked it down to $5.66, down $2.38. That, folks, was a 31% gain for them if they shorted on those highs. Now they're up 169% into the day. At the end of the day, they're up 169% there. I hope you guys are liking this. Then from that price right there, make sure you hit the like button. 566 on that date, 426. 5 days later, 654 on earnings day. Up how much? 13%. Up 13% on earnings day. Yippee, they beat the street on May the 1st, right? Then what happened? Look at that. 3 days of attacks with 340 million, price down to 459, down $1.95, a 30% loss almost. And now they've made 212% because they shorted from that price there. Then, though, how long it takes? 6 days, it's back up to 560, up $1.01. You made 18% gain. Now they're up 230%, right? Okay, now you come back over here from this price here, from the high at 560, took how many days? 5 days to 445. David Chia Day. 445, day of Chia Day. That's down $1.15, down 20%, and now their gains are 251%. Then from that price there, 445 low, they went long, and it took them only 1 month from 515 to 614, 29 days to take it up to 1023 from 445. That's up $5.78, a gain of 56%, people. And now they're up 307% total, 307.43. God dang. You see what I mean by how much money they're making off this stock? Then from 1023, right there, hold on, from 1023, they ran it down in 10 days, 9 days, to 771, people, a $2.52 drop. That's a 24% drop they gained, and now they're up 331%. Oh my gosh. Whew. Crazy. Then from the price here, 771, where did the dang thing go? 1013 on the date I showed you, 719. Stopped it there because it had gone up 23%, up $2.42 for a gain of 23%. And now their total gain was over there, 355%. Oh my gosh, look at that total gain, people. Wow. Then they come back off of that, take it down here. I'm almost done. And we're at here. From that 894 low, they went long to 1170, that's on earnings day, a 23% gain. And now how much have they made on the stock overall? After that, they've made this much. Oh, I've got to get the number. 390% gain. All right. And look at these percentages all up and down this sheet. Look how high they are. Man, oh man, 15%, 23%, 19%, 30% one way, 48% the other, 30% the other, 13% the other, then 29%, then 18%, 20%, 56%, 24%. Are you seeing this, folks? It's insane. All right. And then from the 1170, they ran it down to 8 on 818 to what, 789. And how much was that? A $3.81 drop, 32% loss. Now they're up 423%, people, 423%. And last but not least, well, we're kind of where we are now, folks. All right. So there you go. I hope you all can see that. And it gives you an average. Folks, the average that I came up with after doing all the ups and downs was this right here. The average percent swing from a high to a low on this stock, folks, is an incredible amount right there. 25% average. All right. And you see that number, 21,885? That was if you had paid $544 that I have down here at the very bottom, $544 if you had bought 100 shares the day before the first earnings call on November the 31st that I started this with. If you had invested $544 to get 100 shares, because it was $544 a share, you would now have made a total of 453% profit. And folks, you would have a $21,885 off of 544. And that's what the hedge funds are doing too. All right. All right. Let's put this back down. We got 26 people here that probably really enjoyed seeing that. That's very enlightening, isn't it? Everybody. Now I can put this back down and see what you're saying to me. Sorry. All right. So nobody else has made any more comments. But I can see those numbers that I'm showing you, and you can too. I just looked at it. It's a little bit delayed, so very good. Because it's really, really important for you folks to know these things. All right? And just so you know, we might as well just do this for the heck of it. All right? We're going to go back through history a second. We're going to do this right now. I think what I was going to do. We were talking about the percentages. Hold on here. I know. We're going to go back to the November 1st. I don't think this will go back that far. There it is. It is November 1st. All right, here you go, folks. This is good. This is very good. The reason I want to look at these numbers is because of where we are, now and where we were. And I know that on November 1st, they beat the street. So let's just look at this here. On the day before earnings, on November 1st, when we beat the street, the price was $5.44. And the next day, it hit $6.47. Folks, that's $1.02. Why I bring this up to you is whatever on earnings day, the price is the day before, let's just say it's at $8. Expect it to go to $9.01 if they try to pull the attack like they did on that day there. You see it? Because look where the price was the next day. 2 days, 3 days later, $5.01. They came at heavy again with massive volume, just like they did on the May 15th earnings call. We had beat the street. They did the exact same thing. Look at the massive amount of volume they used to hammer us down. These people are repetitively like this. So if they try this again, folks, I'm saying this, that if the price closed at $5.44 and the next day hit a price And look at that. It hit at 646, 1 penny off the open. Man, look at the similarities to this May 1st thing. Look at this. They closed at 642, 20 on the 28th before, not March, May time, April, May. Here it is. They closed the day before on April 28th at 623, opened at 652, and how much did it go up? Freaking 2 pennies. And back then it was 1. All right. So these are both times they beat the street, and I'm just trying to show you where you should put your sell order in. If this thing on May the 1st closed at 623 and only went up to 654 the next day, folks, that's only freaking 20, what? 654 minus 2625 would be 30. So 32 cents, 31 cents. Oh my God, 31 cents, folks. What a number, huh? 6.54 minus 623, 6.23 equals 31 cents. Huh. The 31 number. All right, so on earnings day, that comes up if we close and they're going to play the same attack type tactic, all right, then if we close at $8, you should probably have a sale order in at $8.29. Earnings, if we day before, if we're at $8 and they try that same stunt, expect a gain of only 31 cents. So you're going to sell at $8.31 or whatever price 31 cents is above what they close, because chances are they've done it before twice. I've shown you 2 times they've done it. And this day on the May 1st one, when we beat the street, they didn't just look at how huge the volume was there too. It's repetitive. They used 4 days to knock it down to 459, folks. All right. So this is all stuff you can all learn from, I hope. And I hope you'll hit the like button, folks. I want to see us get over. Yep, 21 folks, 21 likes. Thank you all so much. All right. How can I just keep talking about this stock every day for 6 hours a day, every day? How can I do it? But I do it, and I show you for a reason, folks. I'm very, very, very studious, as you all know. I'm committed. I'm dedicated. Yes, Terry, I see you. Why? What was Google doing? Let me go look at the Google chart. What enticed him to come in on Google today? And by the way, everybody, I told you to buy this stock yesterday at $6, at $1.64. $1.64 yesterday. Look at that, an 8% gain today you could have made. And it's going to go over $2 within the week. I said that yesterday. If you buy this now, you're going to get it over $2 you can sell. I've already explained why. So much inside ownership in institutions. So many that they're not even showing you anymore. They don't want you to see how big it is. Okay. Next, any institutions come in today? Oh, we have another one that just came back in. Just had another institution come back in, folks, today, during the day just now. Get my institution sheet out. There it is, institutions. Wow. $701, and now we're back to $701. Because we had been at 700, and then we put a line through that. Now we're at 701. Did they take up a long? Yes, they took a long position. 24 shorting, 33 both long and short. Vicky Vid, LOL, this stock. I know it. It's insane. So cool. Go back and back up about 15 minutes on this video, Vicky Vid, and I showed everybody how much this stock swings from the high to the low to the high to the low to the high to the low over and over. And it's an insane thing here that I showed them on this. And go back 10 minutes. Start watching it delayed 10 minutes. It doesn't matter. Or once you see all that, then you can come back to where we are, right? Because it's valuable information, very valuable information about these numbers. They try to conceal a lot of stuff, but I like to show you. I will be seriously interested if this go above 20. Yeah, well, it will. One of the reasons it's going to go above because I've got orders over 20. So if it goes hog wild on them saying we just went into profitability in the third quarter because all the student loans are pouring back in and we weren't expecting that, you can have your sell go to $20, 21, 23, 20, all the way up. So have your sell orders in. Have your sell orders in at 9, 12, 10, 12, 11, 12, 12, 12, 13, 12, 14, 12, 15, 12, 16, 12, 70. If you just want to do one number, every increment up, do it at the 12. Because at each 13, they're going to try to yank it back. We're going to take advantage of it all day long on our earnings day, which will not happen in the next 4 years. I hear you. I hear what you're saying. Popping down. Popping into the tank. There we go. Sorry, I know it jiggles the screen, everybody, when I do that, but I have to do it. I have to type to everybody. I have to respond if I can. All right. Folks, it's 4 o'clock. What happened at the closing? Did it go on up? Where are we? All right, and it's right after, and we haven't got it a penny down. Folks, I want you to look at what Yahoo is doing here. Look at them. Price moves across an average. They're trying to tell you, folks. Folks, I want you, this is laughable, so laughable. Above 20 and has to hold it for at least 6 months, then I'd buy this stock. Okay, fine. You just sit there and wait from now till it goes over 20 and that's fine. But folks, I want you to look at this. They're showing, and I showed you just now, this is a triple upside crossover on the chart we got going on right now. This triple upside crossover on today's chart. But folks, you got to understand, Yahoo is trying to tell you that's the reason. Look at all that volume that came in the last few minutes, folks. Look at all those huge green candlesticks. Look at this triple moving average crossover. Look at the reason Yahoo is telling you down, 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 and they're saying price move is crossed the average. That's a bearish signal, they're saying. Oh my God, it doesn't get any more deliriously stupid than that, people. God almighty. Insane. I'm showing you on the chart a triple upside crossover, everybody, that started at 2:30 this afternoon and ran up over, and all this volume coming in at the end of the day, and they're trying to show you that the reason that there's bearish sentiment is because of a price moving crosses. Oh my God. Wow. Doesn't this show you just how corrupt these people are beyond even belief? You can put nothing past them to explain or, I mean, it's just absolutely deliriously hellish. Oh, I didn't say that. I stopped it. Hilarious is what I was going to say there. Hilarious. And that's what I was saying. Folks, it is so funny, isn't it? We got a cross moving average, all right. The NASDAQ and ours are moving average crossing, and they're trying to say that's a reason for a bear. You sound like a meme stock. No, it's printing, LOL. Oh, yeah, you sound like a meme stock. Now it's printing, LOL. Yeah, Vicky Vid, Instacart, IPO, ARM IPO, Sofi will skyrocket. It's all BS. Moves and sense, not rocket, like LOL. It will on earnings day, my friend, so you better have your sell orders in all the way up. I mean, what are you going to do if you had 5,000 shares like I did of this stock right here that I've shown people on the 1-year chart? What are you going to do when you're sitting on 5,000 shares? And this is a perfect example, RBT, that I'm trying to show you now. Hold on. Chart. What if Sofi was to come out and say, you know what I think we're going to do? We're going to give everybody 1 share for every 20 shares that they have. You think that would kill the price, wouldn't it? Everybody be scared to death. Well, I want to get 1 for every 20. That's what you might think. But I got news for you, folks. You better be taking a look at this chart right here to see what happened when RBT made an announcement 2-3 weeks ago or so that they were going to do exactly that. Give 1 share for every 20. The price went all the way up to $13 from $2. If Anthony Noto came out and said he was going to do that, price could do the same thing. Go up 1,300%. So that's why I have my orders, and I have them in there in the 15, 16s, 17s, 18s, 19s, 20s, 21s for that one day. One stinking day. Cosmos the same way. It was just one day. I own 5,000 shares of it. This is the most money I've ever made in the market. And this is for the doubters that don't say it could happen because they don't know. There you go, folks. Look at that chart 1 year ago. The price was at 83 cents. Jumped all the way up to 23.01 on that day. One day. And back down to $8. And I'm here to tell you, folks, the only reason it made that massive jump is because people had the orders in there at that high price. Period. They had orders for sale all the way up to that number. They were smart. And you should be too. Do it. And tie up all your shares so people like this guy here can't buy them. Okay? He'll have to pay the price he just said. He said these are better options like Bitcoin, which I bought in September during fear of MC dump. Now it's printing. Yep. We keep it above $20 and it has to hold for at least 6 months. But then I'd buy this stock. Well, you might not have to wait that long. You can do it probably on the next earnings call, possibly. Or on any news at all. They can throw it right up there just like that. Now, it's not going to stay up there, but you got to have your orders and sell to take advantage of the spike and to tie them up so your orders can't be borrowed at the brokerage by anybody. Put your good till canceled orders in and make them good till canceled, extended hours plus extended. Yeah. By the way, Instacart, just for your curiosities, might want to know what that's doing. Opened at $30. IPO opened at $30. It's hanging in there, up 7% today alone. Nice. Cha-ching. What's it been doing for the doggone 5-day? Nice. Oh, it looks good for progression too. Very nice. And then ARM. How'd they do? How are they doing? Well, 5-day chart? Not so. Oh, that's 5-year. I'm sorry. 5-day. Nice. Look how they tried to run this thing down. Same thing with last Friday with us, folks. They tried to tell us the bond yields are killing everything. Bond yields. I guess people stopped worrying about bond yields now because ever since then it's gone up and up and up and up and up. Forget about bond yields, folks. Doesn't matter anymore. That's not a reason for anything. All right. Back to ours. I'm having a good time today, folks. I like seeing green for one thing, right? It's just the beginning, folks. Just the beginning. Just the beginning, folks. Now, I'm curious about this. I want to look at this chart right here. This is the 1 day closing today, everybody. How much came in? At 355, somebody bought $1.3 million worth. Not somebody, but groups of people, I'm guessing. Then at 356, 2.1 million, 2.2 million there, 290,000. That's a lot of money. Same thing the next, 288.33. That's a lot of, that's $2 million worth they bought. And here someone bought about 900,000 worth. And here's someone bought $3 million in the last minute. And I don't mean someone, a lot of people, folks, are buying it, okay? Now, you might not know this. Oh, you might not know this, but on the chart here at Yahoo, they won't show you after hours, okay? They stop it right at 4 o'clock. But I have a secret for you guys so you can follow after hours on Yahoo. On the 1 day chart, which we're on now, put your cursor in the middle, left click the center of the screen or anywhere on it, zoom in as tight, real tight like this, and then come up here to your refresh button and hit, and it's underneath the live, it says live up there in the corner. Hit this refresh button. And now you're going to see the after hours. Cha-ching. It's another educational tool. And on up we go in after hours too. And so now, folks, you can see beyond 4 o'clock, which is right there. They don't show you the candlesticks because you can't see the volume, but you can watch what's happening with this chart, and the 10-day moving average just popped. And look in here. Both the blue and gold, that's the the blue is the 45-day moving average, and the gold is the 50-day, and they're both starting to move up. Moving up, moving on up. All right. How do you like that? So there you go. Now you know how to look at the after hours and see what's going on with the candlesticks up here in the after hours. What was this here? Well, at any rate, folks, you've just had a good day with me today. We've all made some money. It's the beginning of a long, nice run up. Now 2 cents up already. And at 4:13 in the afternoon, 2-cent gainer already, everybody. Where are we going? Where are we going with this? Look at this thing ticking away like it's freaking regular time. Like we're daytime trading here. Look at this thing, folks. Every time it clicks, that means someone's buying. All right, well, that's going to do it. I've had a super duper day. I've been showing you a lot of cool stuff. I've had a lot of great people come by here and join in today. 184 views since 1 o'clock, people. 184 views since 1 and 300 this morning before I got my channel cut off. Jeez. The tank's getting bigger and bigger. We need a bigger tank. Pretty soon we're going to need a bigger tank, right? Just like the movie Jaws, right? Folks, we're going to need a bigger tank. All right, there you go. I'm out of here. This is why you should have your sell orders on Sofi as high as up into the 20s and all your shares tied up with sell orders so people cannot borrow them. All right. We don't know what's going to happen on earnings day or even in between now and then. All right. Okay. Where did RBT end up at? I didn't even see it. Here we go. I just want to look at this and then we're going to close this out. I got a lot of things to do this afternoon. Got to empty the hot tub, get winterized and ready for winter because it gets so dang cold up here in Michigan. You don't even try. Look at that number on RBT, folks. 9% up today. 9.3% up. Folks, what can I say? You could have bought it yesterday at $1.64 and made 9% gain. And you can buy a heck of a lot of shares for $1.64 with a little amount of money, right? Watch this price just keep going up in the after hours. Congratulations to all those of you who bought with me at the low today. And every one of you that were here today, I'm very grateful. I want to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I don't need to resolve anything there. I'm good with this. Now we're going to close this off. Perfect. And we got a lot of people still here listening. But I want you to know how much I again appreciate you being here. All of your great conversation, all of your knowledge, all of us working together. We're going to make more money together all together. All right? That's right. So, now, goodbye to that. Let's go over to institutions. Any more come in? No. 701 right now. There you go, UK Echo. Yep, what? It says SoFi just released its APY to 4.6. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Right on. That's hand clapping. They need to put another hand facing the other way. Right? All right. I don't mind. I'm just going to put here. Thanks there. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it so much. And that's money bags for us, what that means. Cha-ching. Right there. All back to you, man. It's big, nothing but money for us. Thank you so much for letting us know. 70 savings APY now 4.60 with direct deposit. Sweet. SoFi. Going up. Going to keep going up all week, and then it's going to blast off on earnings day. We're going to take care of it either way. We'll sell 31 cents higher for our first exit, and then we might be selling for $1.31, $2.31, $3.31 higher, $4.31 higher, $5.31 higher, $6.31 higher. And when it gets to the tippy top, we'll have sold all those orders we already had in place, no matter how high they take it. They'll all be selling for us automatically. Isn't that sweet? You'll just be sitting here hitting, I'll be hitting the bell. Bing, 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 bing. All dang day. If they do the same thing they did the last earnings call when we just meet the street. So, folks, before I go out, I want you to be aware of this fact that when we beat the street by a massive amount here on this date, that was 2 earnings ago, they knocked us down. The next earning, they knocked us down again. But we had both beat the street all these times, getting knocked down after the announcement. And then on one where we just meet the street, we went up 38% and hit a high of 1170. That's proof of how manipulative the market is. So if we don't even beat the street, it don't matter. If we meet, thing could go up 35%. And if we beat, it could go down 30%. But don't worry. It'll only be for 4 days or maybe 10 days down, and then it'll be right on up to the 11s, 12s, 13s, because that's how they always do it. All right, I'm done. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you for checking out everything I had to say. And now we're going to end this by doing the following. Hold on. And I, again, appreciate your being here with me today, everybody. Here we go. I'm on here. And now I'm going to come up and pull this up. And again, we had a good day. We're green today. And we're going to be green every single day, I believe, all the way up to earnings. And I think we're going to blast off. And I'm so grateful to Anthony Noto moving up the date from the 1st to catch him off guard. I'm very glad to see that. And I think he's got a big surprise in store for him, and that's why he's doing that. I think if he had bad news for us, he'd be delaying the earning till Monday. But I think he wants to get ahead of the curve Right, everyone? All right, so thank you for being here. And now, you know what time it is. Well, everybody, what a great day to be down here at the bottom on a green and buying at the very low of the day today. What a fantastic day. I hope you had a good time here with me and King Cat Tyler, and I am going to get myself on out of here and have a good evening. I got a little honey pot lined up here at the bottom. We're going to go out and have some cocktails. Whew. What do you say, everybody? You join in the fun with us. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow when the price is at the bottom. So we wish you happiness. We wish you prosperity. We wish you great health. And most of all, that you're surrounded with love. And you want to know why? Because you deserve it. So that's it. I'm going to get on out of here now. Thank you very much for being here. And